Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to episode 21 of the A-Listers. Unfortunately, we couldn't record this last week because Egal was traveling. I think Lewis was at one of the games and stuff. Even Grigs, he was a bit sick. Not from Man United. He was actually sick. So, we just couldn't record last week's episode. But we're out here now, Habibis. We're here. And do we have a massive video for you guys today? So, Manchester United lost, standard settings. Nottingham Forest, 2-1 winners. Arsenal lost, 2-1 to Fulham. Not standard settings, definitely. Chelsea won, not standard settings. Liverpool and City won, of course. Standard settings, of course. Big up to you guys. You guys already know how A-listers gets. So I don't want to keep stopping the show to say hit the like button and subscribe, hit the like button and subscribe, hit the like button and subscribe. I just want to say big up first and foremost for all your support in 2023. Inshallah, we're starting 2024 with a bang. We have the watch along of the match reaction, Tom Little, Hussam X Tom Little, now A-listers. Tomorrow I've got LB and a couple of guys coming on at 3 p.m. UK time. Might even do a Liverpool transfer show at 11, inshallah. So there's so much content coming your way. So much content. More than you believe. So big up to you guys. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to This is Football if you are yet to do so. And make sure you are also hitting that share button and sharing that video everywhere. Share it on Twitter. Share it on WhatsApp, share it on Instagram, share it everywhere. Let the people know that the A-listers are here. And speaking of the A-listers, let me introduce the A-listers first before I introduce the B-listers. So, joining me on top row, just like on the Back Again podcast, back again. He was there top row, right next to me. You get me? Because my team and his team both won for the second week running. Joining us on the channel after beating Luton by 3-2. Never in doubt. Man like Lewis is in the building. How you doing, Lewis, man?
It's good to be back. And we're back on the top row as well. Back-to-back wins. And also, finally, at long last, the transfer window is open. I can finally get my transfer dopamine. We've already bought some under-17 from Senegal. I forgot his name and everything like that, but we're here, man. Project 2030 is moving. Arsenal's also in the mud as well, the only team to ever go from first to fourth between Christmas and New Year's. Best team in London couldn't handle 2 back-to-back London derbies, but hey, it is what it is. Fulham away isn't for everybody. It's just good to be back. Good to be back in the winning spirit. I don't know how long it's going to last, so I'm going to enjoy it for while it is. Big up, everybody. And if you're an Arsenal fan, hold that. Big up, people.
Hold that, troops. Try kick us off the stream as well. We want it all.
We've won it all. We've won it all. We've won it all. We've won it all.
On your head, top troops, you fraud. And speaking of a team that won it all, of course, this man is back on the top row. 2-0 standard win against Sheffield United. Clean sheet. You get me? He's here, and I'm sure he's probably going to give Egal the biggest headache of his life. And this is what he's here for. You know, we've been introducing him. We've been violating him in the intros lately, you know, with videos like this. You know? But now his team is winning, so there's no need for us to violate him. Joining us on the channel is your favorite professor on YouTube. Man like Professor Hamza. How you doing, Habibi?
Man, the man in blue. We are the treble champions. There we are. Come on. You guys, yeah, you thought I was out of this race, yeah? Hey, you predicted me out of this race, yeah, you frauds. I'm here. Wallah, I'm here. And I'm here with my glass of milk. I've got it here. And just in case it finishes, I told my mom, leave that rest for me. So I nicked it from the fridge and I was ready.
It wasn't your neighbor who gave you the glass of milk?
He said Hamza finished that as well.
Big up to you, Hamza Habibi. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you and the family are good as well. Big up to you. Joining us on the channel, standard settings. Man United lost yet again. You know, me and Lewis were recording the Back Again podcast. Oh, shock horror, flawless was on the bottom row. hold that. It's just normal. Regular settings have been restored. I have no idea how the hell they're even above Newcastle and Chelsea to begin with. I'm gonna be real with you. But yet another loss for Manchester United. And the man Grigsy, give it Grigsy till the end of the season, is back to talk to us. How you doing, Grigsy, brother?
First of all, big happy 2024 to everyone. Hope you guys all have a wonderful new year.
Happy New
Wonderful
Year.
news in the chat as well. I'm still sick actually. Man United did not cure my sickness. I would, sometimes football is meant to like.
They made you more sick.
Yeah, football is meant to be the escape from reality. I'm sick. So I'm like, let me watch football. Maybe that can cure it. Nope, it even made it worse. Even made it worse. So yeah, give it Greek to the analyst. You know what? I applied my request for coaching badges.
Would
so
you do a better job than Ten Hag on a real?
I actually will. I will get into that one. Obviously, after my cooking, I will get into why I can do a better job. I applied for my coaching badges, man. Trust me, I'm there, man. I will be there no matter what. 2024, I'll be the Man United manager, man. We'll make career mode real.
Let's go. You'd be the first ever Greek Man United manager, right? 100%.
I'll probably be the first Greek manager in the Premier League. I don't think there's been a Greek manager in the Premier League.
Yeah, there hasn't been. You're right.
That's why.
Hasn't been.
Oh no, Andrew's Australian, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's technically Greek. To be fair, he's technically Greek actually. So
yeah,
I'll be second.
Yeah, like if he counts, then you'd count because technically Greek American, Greek Australian.
Yeah. He was born in Greece too, so yeah, he counts. Yeah.
Newton.
Postecoglou. And finally, last but not least, biggest fraud. You get me. I want him to explain, yeah, Habibi, why you lost to Fulham 2-1. I need explanation. What is going on? And I can't wait. But this guy right here, you guys already know. When it comes to Arsenal, when it comes to the A-listers, when it comes to This Is Football, he's been representing Arsenal on the channel for the last 2 years. You get me? And inshallah, we'll continue to work together going forward. Of course, the man, the myth, the legend, the troublemaker. Why is everyone telling me that Hamza is on Spaces?
Wallahi, I've lost my phone. Let me find it. Wallahi.
Hamza, you have Spaces. Hamza's on Spaces. Hamza's on Spaces. Yes, Hamza is on a space. Yo, Hamza, get the hell off Spaces. Respect the panel and chat and stream and focus. Damn, Hamza. But anyway, joining us on the channel, of course, representing Arsenal, Lewis and Hamza about to annoy the shit out of him for the next 2 hours.
I forgot to turn off my phone.
Egal is in the building. How are you doing, Egal, man?
Happy New Year's, everyone. Hope everyone's good. Grigs, I haven't spoken to you, so Happy New Year's to you. Hamza, I don't know if you got my message. Lewis, same.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
I already messaged you, Sam. So, and everyone in the chat, hope you guys enjoyed the New Year's. We gave you guys a good Christmas present after Arsenal lost. We gave you a good New Year's gift also after we thing too. Oh, Hamza, is that you?
Wallahi, I haven't got. Wallahi, I'm charging my phone. It's not there even.
But we know if you're off camera what you're doing. The people will snitch on you. Make no mistake. There's a bunch of snitches in this chat. Big up to you guys, man. Big up to you, Egal. Big up Grigs. Big up Hamza and Lewis. I'm so glad the show is back. And listen, you guys are also glad the show is back because there's already 200 people here. We ain't even started yet. Get the likes up. Subscribe to This Is Football. Big up to all the people who have shown us all the love and support over 2023 and even at the start of this new year. Big up the super chatters, the likers, the subscribers, the people who share the video. So continue to hit the like button, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. And I feel like probably on popular demand, we should be starting with Arsenal. But guys, Man United lose every week. So I feel like we should just start with Man United. Appetizer, you get me? Get yourself some shrimp pasta. Start with Man United so you can get your flow going. Yeah, and then we can go to the main meal, which is Arsenal, because Arsenal is like the lobster today. So might as well start with a little shrimp pasta on the side. Lewis, let's start with you. Talk to me about the Man United defeat.
It's just yet another meaty Manchester United performance of shit mentality, shit control of the midfield, poor individual performances, another cutback goal. Just typical Man United. But yet again, I just don't have a lot of energy for United because of how embarrassing we were against them. I'm sorry. We have to climb up the Premier League table and we have to be above Man United before I start delivering smoke towards them. Just out of any self-respect for my football club. I'm still embarrassed. I'm still ashamed by that performance. And Pochettino, you need to hang your head in shame too. So, yeah, you're kind of catching life with me. I don't have the energy for Man United until we go above them in the league table. Everyone else I can run the shameless energy for. You, the fact that you guys are still above us in the league table at this point is an embarrassment. And I'm just sick of it. We need to change that before we have any smoke for United. So please, next, please.
Fairs. Hey, small cooking right there. That's why I said they're the appetizer, you know? Man United lose every week. Egal, let me go to you. Man United, what do you make of the whole Forest situation?
Elanga was very, very, very ready for that game. He took that game personal, and I need these Manchester United fans to be like looking at themselves a little bit different for letting him go and having Anthony in there, who's thinking of the joint every single week. Like I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Anthony should not be spoken about in the same breath as numerous signings. People talk about Michaela Mudryk, don't put him in the same sentence. People talk about Nicolas Pepe, don't put him in the same sentence. People talk about Jadon Sancho, don't put him in the same sentence. Anthony has to be the pound for pound worst investment in a long time.
I think you could argue in Premier League history, no exaggeration.
Definitely. And he went a calendar year of 2023, 1 goal in 33 games. Embarrassing. The manager that signed him is the same manager who had him at the previous club. So you can't even say it's not the same system, it's not the same manager. Honestly, Manchester United, they need to start all over. You got a new owner, ship group, get a new manager, get yourself some new players, and do a proper rebuild, set up everything, and you'll actually be somewhere decent in a couple years' time. But if you guys continue to just try to do the win now, quick rebuild, you're going to find yourself, all these shortcuts are going to leave you in a situation where you're going to be in the same hole again in a couple years' time. So yeah, that's my advice to you guys.
Okay, this is just like at this point, this is just the pity cooking at this point. And listen, before I go to Hamza, because I know Hamza will all give us something to entertain with Man United. I'll be real with you. I have never seen a manager cost his team more games than I've seen Ten Hag this season. As soon as I saw Mainu off and I saw McTominay on, I was like, this guy has just signed his death wish right here. And you look at the midfield three, Eriksen, McTominay, and Bruno Fernandes. If I give that midfield three to Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp tag team, he's still not winning shit with that midfield because that midfield is crap right there. You take off the only guy who has some sort of defensive, like presence in the team, and you go and you do what you did. That substitution cost them the game. And you know, Staffy, big up Staffy. He said it, and Flawless said it on the stream today and stuff. Look at Fatur. Brother Fatur, are Indonesia even in the Asian Cup, you fraud? You know you're going to get knocked out group stages. Anyway, as soon as that substitution happened, guess what's going to happen? Donut hole in midfield, and boom, the cutback goal. I've never seen a manager cost his team more points than Ten Hag this season. And apparently, Ten Hag right now has broken yet another record, because this is Man United's worst points record since 1930, or worst losses since 1930. When you're breaking a record from 1930, you know you're done out here. You know you're done out here if you're breaking a record from pre-World War. You're breaking a record from before Mussolini. You know how mad that is? You know how mad that is? They were probably playing football with socks and shit. Like, it's just, I just don't get this guy. Like, the only one guy who keeps a little bit of balance, Mainu's there with Eriksen. You look good. You did, like, the first half, we all fell asleep. I'm very real with you. I know I speak for the rest of the panel. We all wanted to fall asleep in that game because that game was fucking boring in the first half. But at least you had some sort of balance, some sort of shape, and then boom, they just ruined the whole thing, you know, with that substitution. And Ten Hag, you know, Hamza's a big fraud, but there's one thing Hamza's being saying about Ten Hag that he's 100% right. Ten Hag talks too much. Ten Hag just talks too much. All eras come to an end, all that garbage, and now it looks like your era is coming to an end. I think as soon as Ratcliffe takes over, it's probably going to be curtains for him and Graham Potter walking through the door, to be honest with you, and rightfully so. Arrogant man, and to be honest with you, never trust bald men. I mean, I'm just say it as it is. Hamza, Man United.
You just basically spoke like a guy from Mozambique, because yesterday I read about Mozambique. Apparently, if you go there bold, you'll never come back. Apparently, I don't know what they do. Well, like, that's true. I heard about Mozambique. Apparently, if you're bold, you shouldn't go there. Apparently, they cut your head off and they look for gold in your head. So listen, Sam, coming back to that, listen. But the problem is, I don't have a problem with Ten Hag. I've said it before that this guy is a fraud, yeah? I said it. But the problem is this fan base. And they flip-flops. They're the biggest flip-flop merchants. And that's why I don't agree. You can't just switch up. 4 months ago, you were telling all of us, oh, look what he's done. Oh, look what he's achieved. Oh, he's won a Carabao Cup. All these lies that you're telling us. And now you pretend giving us a lecture. Oh, we want him out. You're all liars. You're frauds. You're a bunch of glory hunters. I don't trust you because you will turn anyone. You guys you will turn on anyone. I told you anything. I said one thing about United fans, they don't have shame and class. Hussam, I told you 100%. They don't have, bro, anyone who chose Man United to be their team chose it for glory. Fact. Wallah, that's fact.
That is a fact.
Egal, you chose because you love beautiful football. 100%. Fact. Arsene Wenger, Tiki-Taka, Henry, Vieira, you know, you showed the world like, look, this is my way. Lewis just thought, I love hoofing the ball. I'm going to elbow people, kill people, whatever that you saw. Yeah. That's how Chelsea play. Yeah. Dirty. They kick you, whatever it is. But you know what? Lewis loves those kind of games. Yeah. Some just love the passion of Liverpool fans. You know, the Anfield, you know, the atmosphere, you know, heritage, you know, when people go there to get rattled. When Messi went there, he was misplacing balls, the greatest players of all time. Let me split because the people like Sam's fan base were onto him. You see what I'm trying to say? But what do United fans tell us why they chose United? Well, I be honest, this bunch of well, I used to see them in school and I used to have some shame, bro. Because I grew up in London afterwards when I moved from Manchester. I thought, have some shame. Why are you supporting United in London? Wallahi, I never understood that. There's no way United fan. So I know they're the biggest flip-flops. These guys are glory hunters. Yeah. And listen, I'll attack them until I die. The day I will never ever end my war, I wage in United fans and United. I hate that club. I hate anything I see, anything with that badge. Yeah. So at the end of the day, these guys are flip-flop merchants. And I just want to, before they go, these guys, you know, they wanted to kick out Ferguson. Never forget that. It was published in newspapers. Fergie must go. Yeah. They booed Ferguson.
No way this is true.
Yeah, there you are. Wallahi. Ferguson was booed at Old Trafford. Are you joking? This bunch of fan base wanted Fergie gone. What are we doing here? So to me, fair enough. You can't flip-flop. You can't say, this guy's a good manager, and then 2-3 months later, you all pretend to give us a lecture on everywhere that how Ten Hag must go. I'm thinking, are you in or out? Decide. I'm seeing Arteta struggling, but Egal still probably has faith in him. He's like, that's
I would say one thing, by the way, Hamza is spitting on one thing. The way that they all turned on Ten Hag, they acted like they've been saying
as if nothing happened.
But you haven't been saying
as if nothing
4 months ago you told me Ten Hag's one of the best managers and blah blah blah.
Bro, they did. We used to tell them about the 7-0 defeat. They used to do that. Where's Liverpool? You're playing Europa League. Do you remember even in Anfield, aside they were laughing at Liverpool playing a Europa League. They say, show me your VVS. Guess what? They finished bottom of the table in Champions League. Well, that was the point. They're laughing at Liverpool being in Europa League and telling us we are playing in Champions League.
Copenhagen, Galatasaray, subhanallah.
Embarrassment, football club. Embarrassment. Wallahi, embarrassment, football club. Crazy. You chose the wrong team. You thought, look at your smile. I feel sorry for you because you thought you'd be smiling for many years. Gracie, how old are you roughly?
20, I'm 23. Yeah? I'm 23.
23. So you've wasted, since you're 13 years old when you chose that team, 10 years of failure, bro. You've wasted 10 years. You'll never get it back. You've wasted it. Gracie, you never wasted it. And look, you're scratching your eyes, but hey, listen, ain't going to help you. 10 years, you'll never get it back, Gracie. But the question is, when is it going to end? I'll tell you one thing. Gracie, your football club was made by Fergie. You have to accept it. I don't think Ten Hag, he's tried. I think he's tried. He's not his level. But I look at your football club, disjointed. No one cares. No one respects you. You talk about being oh, everyone is a plastic club. You're the biggest 20. All you just do, you go to stadium and you chant 21, 21. Chant whatever you want. Chant the 21 and 22. I don't care. Keep chanting. But you're in the mud. You're in the mud. You're in the mud. You try to protest to get the Glazers up by refusing to leave the stadium. Half an hour later, you're leaving the stadium. What? You emptied it. You went home. Because your wife was calling you, your husband was calling you, darling, where are you? You must come back home. La la la. Your glory hunters, you ain't gonna stay there. You fake fans. You left. You think you're Liverpool fans. Liverpool fans will kick out owners like this. If Liverpool fans unite like this, yo, this country stands a standstill. Even me, I know. I've always said it. Because they were, bro, their power. This is what they love. Their football, you know their badge. You know their badge. Greasy, you'll never get that. You'll never get that. I'm telling you now. You have to understand to be a Liverpool. They love that badge. Yeah, Greasy, you can't. You're fake and plastics. So when you went to Nottingham Forest, Elanga danced on you because he knows you're plastic fans. You gave him Weetabix, whatever it is, cornflakes, whatever. He dunked on you and then he danced on you because he doesn't respect you. Even your former players don't respect you, Greasy. Your former players don't respect you. Yeah? All your ex-players are bum coaches. One got sacked today. I think you found out today. They're all bums. That's the heritage of your football club. Ferguson made you. Just remember that. Ferguson made you. Nottingham Forest, you got dunked. And I loved it. Some of your fan base, Sam, did you see that fan base that was celebrating against Man United? He's a United fan. Sam, the United fan celebrating.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about.
Oh,
yeah, the one who's wearing the white
base.
shirt and he's celebrating the Forest
That's
goal.
Manchester United fan base. That's Manchester. This is United. Bro, they will turn on their own team. These guys were celebrating Nottingham Forest. Can you believe? Egal, were you celebrating Fulham's goal? Sam, have you ever thought when you celebrated another team goal? This guy celebrated. They wanted Liverpool to beat them so that, who's his name? Solskjaer gets sacked. Wallahi, I was shocked. I've never seen a fan base that have ever supported a rival club to want their manager sacked. They did it against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Sam, did they not say that? Were we not speaking to United fans saying that we are supporting Liverpool because we want Ole sacked? Did they not do that? So this is to me.
Yeah. I heard it with my own ears. That before the 5-0.
To me, I don't need to kick them about Nottingham Forest. This is worthless club. I don't need to cook them because they ain't got nothing to cook. We've cooked them every single day. I look down on them. I don't think they're all that. I don't think getting a new owner makes them a difference. At the end of the day, I look at their players. They're not interested. Now, just Greasy, if I was you, lower your standards, mate, man. Lower your standards. Top 4 is not your level, mate. I'm telling you now. You're smiling, but you're not supposed to be in the Champions League because you're a bloody disgrace in the Champions League. You should never come back. I hope I don't see you back in the Champions League. What you've done to English football is shameful, disgusting, humiliating, pathetic. Biggest disgrace in English football Champions League history. And I hope I don't see you back because we never saw Nottingham Forest back. And I hope I don't see you back like Nottingham Forest. And I pray every day, one day I see you relegated. Because I want to see how many of you will stay. How many of you, Glory Hunter, will stay going Division 1 like we did? How many would you have done it? You throw the towel. You're a bunch of Glory Hunters. So I just let me cook these guys. And I'm going to cook you. Don't worry, Greasy, put that. Another cooking's coming next week anyway. Because I know you're going to lose. So Sam, I'm done.
Grigs, the floor is yours to respond to all these allegations. Let's go.
No, I'm actually happy Hamza did that because, the rest was like, obviously, I don't like pity cooking because that means that my club is even more of an embarrassment. So I kind of like that Hamza went with chest. I appreciate that. First of all, for that fan that celebrated the goal against Nottingham Forest, good for him. He got his clicks. Good for him. I don't care what he does. Congrats to him. As for the game, bro, it's the same shit.
That
you know
is
what?
crazy, though. Like, you're in a United shirt fully
bro.
That's
Everyone, bro, he did it on TikTok. He knows what he was doing, allegedly. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. Good for him. He got on Sports Bible. Good for him. That's all I care. Good for him. He should be happy about that. But the funny thing, Hamza, is, you know what? I like to say football is cyclical. What comes around, what goes around will come around. Liverpool went 30 years. Liverpool went 30 years without a title, and now they're being good again. United might go 30 years without a title, and then 26, and then 2055, we might be back. I don't know. It might
Nice
be 30
story.
years. It might be 20 years. It might be 10 years again until we win a Premier League title. I
You're
don't know when
talking
it'll
about
be.
2055.
No, but what I'm
2055,
saying
you
is
guys are
every
cool.
we
Man
every football
United
club-
have fucking scarred you.
2055, I'll have white hair.
Bro, what I'm
White
saying
hair
is,
here.
bro, football is cyclical, man. Because before before Fergie, 1992, when's the last time we had won a league title? It must
You
have
know
been
what
like about.
2055 is? I'll be 60 years old, inshallah.
That's what I
I'll
said.
have
That's what I
grandchildren.
said. We might go 40 years. we
How,
might go
how
30
are you
years.
guys letting Hamza say he's gonna have white hair? You don't have hair, bro.
I got hairs inside. I'd shave. Barber quickly, man.
As for calling me,
Go on, Grigs.
as for calling me a glory hunter, pot me kettle on that in that respect. Since you are a Man City fan, by the way, in terms of how I started supporting Man United were actually not my first club because I was born in Greece, so Olympiacos were my first club. That's the club that made me fall in love with football. And then I moved to America. Premier League was on TV. I turned on the channel. I saw a Portuguese dude called Ronaldo start doing stepovers. They also wore the color red, which is my favorite color. And I saw Wayne Rooney running around like a madman. Like, this team looks cool. Let me start supporting them. That's how I started supporting Man United. And ever since then, I've been locked in the chokehold with this football club. And if I go back to my 8-year-old self, I'll be like, probably deserve a slap on the head for starting to support this football club because I never expected I'd be here 15 years later. But you know what? I'm stuck with this football club, and I've been through worse. I'm a New York Knicks fan, for God's sakes. I've seen what the bottom of the floor looks like. So Man United, if we go to Division 1, we go to Division 1, man. It is what it is. I'll be there no matter what.
Nah, you
Hey, guys. Did you hear what he said? He's a Knicks fan. He's experienced pain. He's experienced.
man. They would never
I promise
be
you, bro. There's nothing that could defeat me when it comes to sports, bro.
7 years, guys.
I've seen the worst of the worst.
7 years.
I put money. They will never be in Division 1. They will never stand on Division.
Bro,
United.
I don't care what the rest. Guess what, bro? I don't care what the rest of my fan base does, bro. That's them. They support the way. They support the way they want to support.
You are loyal because you wake up at 7 a.m. to watch the bullshit.
Exactly.
Watch against.
Which I respect. I'm saying
I
the
wake
rest
up
of
at
your fan
7.
base-
Yeah.
Grizzly,
my favorite, bro.
you watch United play Scranton United.
I'll
Carlisle.
watch him play Scotland
14.
United, bro.
Marcus Sultan away.
I'll do that, bro. And if I was in England, I'd go to the game. But I'm not in England. I'm in America. So it is what it is. But back to the game. Forget about all this, whatever hypotheticals. In terms of the game on Saturday, Erik ten Hag, Hassan mentioned it. That was by far the worst substitution you will see in the Premier League this season. That is a substitution on why I consider
He
going
wanted
to
to lose the game almost.
I went on the FA website and I started looking at how much coaching badges cost. I went and looked how much they started costing. I looked at the price. I'm like, never mind. It might be clipped. But for a second, I'm like, yo, if I could afford this, I would apply because if Erik ten Hag can get his coaching badges, I have a chance. As for Anthony Dos Santos, the fact that Anthony is a professional footballer, I put on my shin pads. I went out to the field on Saturday. I have a chance because I could go to the streets of Athens right now, the slums of Athens, and I could go find a kid named Yorgos Stephanopoulos. And I promise you, he's a better footballer than Anthony. He is by far the worst footballer. What's it called? Egal said that's the worst use of funds in Premier League history. That is the worst use of funds in association football history. Forget Premier League, association football history. In the 200 years that football has existed, that is the worst use of funds. Because what does he do? I've seen Hamza play football. Hamza's better than Anthony.
Yo, yeah, 100%.
That's how bad Anthony is. We saw Hamza try to do Garnacho's bicycle kick. I don't think even Anthony could do that. That's how bad Anthony is. And that first half, yo, Hassan, you're right, bro. It was so boring. The only thing that kept me up from falling asleep was the fact that the next.
See, it's easy, man. What's going on? That's how he's Garnacho goal, man.
That first half was so boring. The only thing that kept me up was the fact that my basketball team made a trade. Other than that, I would have fallen asleep because it was so boring. You're right. I saw Bruno and Anthony try to do 1-2s the whole game, the whole first half. I started laughing like I'm the Joker. That's what it felt like. It was so embarrassing. Rashford was in no man's land because, well, guess what? We saw what happened against Villa. Marcus Rashford on the left. We saw instant impact. What does Ten Hag do 3 days later? No Højlund. So he put Rashford back at striker. The dude just falls asleep. He has nothing to do. Garnacho back to being shit. And then the substitution happened. And guess what happened? We conceded 2 cutbacks. You could make a compilation of how many cutbacks Man United have conceded in terms of chances, and that compilation will be as long as the Lords of the Ring movie. That's how many cutback chances we concede this season. Every single time there is a gap in midfield because Scott McTominay has zero positional awareness as a 6. And why does Ten Hag? I have a question for Erik ten Hag. Why is Scott McTominay as a 6? Last week, for the last 3 months, you've been playing him as a number 10. So all of a sudden, you're gonna throw him back into the 6. Make up your mind. Is he a 10? Is he a 6? Is he a 8? Is he a right wing? Is he a striker? What is he? He's a false footballer. That's what he is. But that's my definition of what Scott McTominay is. I want to know what Eric Ten Hag's definition is. And today, the reports came out that Eric Ten Hag wants to keep his veto power when it comes to transfers. Let me tell you something, Eric Ten Hag. You are the reason why I'm in this mess. You are the reason why I have Hamza talking to me about Scunthorpe United. This you are the reason why. There's no one else at fault. It's not even the Glazers' fault, by the way. It's Eric Ten Hag's fault when it comes to this. Because the Glazers are not the one that put a gun to his head and say, play Scott McTominay as a number 6 at a halftime. They are not the reason for that. They have a lot of faults, and the Glazers have a lot are a reason why this football club has systematically failed since in the last 10 years. But in 2024, the reason why we have a -8 goal difference, I think it is, or -7, whatever the hell it is, going into 2024, the reason why that happened is because of you. I am watching the worst style of play I've ever seen in my life because there is no style of play. If you ask you could ask a Twitter tactical what the style of play for United is, and they're not gonna come up with anything. They can't even go to their thesaurus and come up with some bullshit terms. That's how irresponsible Eric Ten Hag is as a coach. And Jim Ratcliffe, you have one job. Whenever this deal gets ratified, you know what, Hassan, last week I said give him an opportunity to have a meeting and talk. Nah, forget about that. Give him his whatever papers you call it in England. I don't know what it's called.
P45, that's what they call it.
P45, give him his P45 papers and send him back to Amsterdam. Because I promise you, if you rip off Eric Ten Hag's face mask right now, you might see Frank de Boer. That might be what you see. That might be the only explanation. That might be the explanation because I've never seen someone gaslight me and lie to me and trick me. The Stephen 8, you know the Stephen 8 rant. I've been hoodwinked, I've been bamboozled, I've been all that. That's what Eric Ten Hag has done to me. Because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer never made me feel like this, and I didn't appreciate him as a coach. But even he coached a better high press than Eric Ten Hag. He coached a better high line. He coached better counterattack. At least when I watch Ole, I'm like, I can see an entertaining counterattack. I look at us right now trying to counterattack, and I see Anthony trip over the ball like he's a 5-year-old. That's all I see. There's no excitement. There's no nothing. And then you take Kobe Mainoo off. You call it tactical. His favorite word, by the way, tactical. And you say you don't regret it. You know what? It's fine. You don't regret it, bro. Some people don't like to live life with regrets. That's fine. But don't lie to me. Don't lie to me and say it's tactical. You just wanted to cheat the game again because I've said this for the last 2-3 months, by the way. Everyone guys call me. I've said Eric Ten Hag has tried to cheat the game of football by bringing on Scott McTominay and try to get a goal out of him somehow, some way. That's not how football works. And if you believe that's how football works, then God knows how UEFA give your coaching badges. Because if you're meant to be a disciple of Cruyff is looking down on you like, what? This is not how I taught the Netherlands the Dutch how to play football. This is an embarrassment to Dutch football. This is anti-Dutch football. I don't know what it is, but it ain't. But bro, I've seen Greeks coach better football than this. Okay. So for me, adios. Excuse me. I don't know where we go from here. I just want him sacked as soon as possible. And I don't know what happens in terms of interim. I don't know if we go for a permanent manager, but just bring me anything. And God forbid you give him any say in transfers because, my brother, you went into the kitchen and you came out with a 0-star meal. You came out with the same meal that the cooks at Carrington I made with their 1-star chicken. That's the same exact meal. Yo, you know what? He's probably the one that cooked it. He's probably the one that cooked it, bro. He sneaked into the kitchen and he's the one that gave them that 1-star chicken to the guests. It wasn't anyone else that gave it to them. It was Eric Ten Hag because I've never seen a worst footballing manager in my life at a big club. I really can't think of one in the last 10 years. This is absolutely an embarrassment of what he's done because at least the other ones, they weren't given 400 mil. 400 mil. Some countries don't spend 400 mil in a year, let alone we've done that.
You spent the money that you spent on Anthony, you could have repaired all the roads in my city and the villages around. And we could have helped so many people around the world. But
how many players are you gonna take down? How many managers are you gonna? When is it enough is enough? Because you've done it to every manager. The way you're talking is exactly the same. We're hearing the same speech. Martin Luther King only gave a speech once. I have a dream once. You guys repeat this. I don't know whether you've got words saved. I need to go through your
comments. No, by the way, Hamza is right.
You repeat the same speech of David Moyes. You repeat the speech on LVG. Mourinho had the same speech. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Now Ten Hag. When is it just you're using the same speech over? How many managers are you going to take down? You've taken enough down, bro.
So what do you want me to do? You want me to say keep Ten Hag? Is that what you want me to say?
But Do you see what we're saying? You can't just. Did you want Ten Hag 6 months ago, 5 months ago?
I did want Ten Hag 5 months ago. Yes, I had some
When the
doubts after
Carabao,
the
when the
7-0.
Carabao
The moment, by the way, the moment the 7-0 happened, by the way, the first thing I tweeted was get him out. By the way, that's how hot my head was that day. I literally said get him out, and I said maybe I overreacted, but I'm like, the moment
But
you
did
lose 7-0, the red flags get raised.
Okay, start of the season, were you in or out?
I was in. I never expected this season to happen for Man United. I don't think any of you could say this the way that Man United season going would have happened. You could say you could have predicted that we're not going to be in top 4, but we're in 8th right now, and we have a negative 7 goal difference. No one could have predicted that.
No, I hear you. I hear you. It was out of the norm. And speaking out of the norm, we want to move to Arsenal now as well. Khalas, haram. Grigs cooked his own club. There's no need for us to even cook anymore. Big up to Fatur, who says request start with Arsenal. Fatur, I know I actually found out. I don't know if Fatur is still here. Fatur, let me know if you're here because I want to respond to you. Make sure you're here before we go to Arsenal quickly.
Let me ask
Big up
Griggs
Hamza's
a
three.
quick question. Sam, one
Yes,
last question.
yes,
Griggs, be
yes.
honest with me in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Have you thought at a time that why did I choose to support this club? Be honest. we have all. Have you questioned just yes or no? Have you just thought, oh my days, why did I choose to support this club? It's okay
Not
to
really.
talk like.
Not really.
Yeah.
Bro, it's just, bro, yo,
you
teams
thought
get-
about it.
Why have you ever felt that way?
I've literally said, bro,
Me,
my team,
I was in
my team,
Division One.
it is what
I
it
could
is,
have
bro.
felt like that. I was in the
And you've
mud.
never felt that way? Okay.
In the mud when I'm losing
Making
to Oldham Athletic 3-0.
Making sure.
That is,
Just making
yeah.
sure. Oh, no.
He was eating pies at Gillingham. We all know the
I could be
story.
in
Big up
Division
Hamza-
2 and it'd still be Chelsea.
Big up to Hamza's 3 who says, big up Hassan, Hamza, Happy New Year to also fuck Lewis, fuck Egal, and fuck Grigs. So just me and Hamza, Happy
Hey.
New Year. Big up to you, Hamza's 3. You get me?
Why say
Yo,
fuck me for?
I love these names on YouTube as well. I said Hamza's 3. How do you even come up with that name? Big up to you. Hamza's 3. Big up to Nazmul who says, what's Teddy Long doing on the stream? Holla, holla, holla.
Oh no, that's peak.
You
Man's just
go
ruined
one-on-one
it.
with the Undertaker player. Big up to you, man. Big up to you as well. Big up to Hassan says, Hamza nearly got me. Then I sense nerves in his cooking. 115 charges pending. Anthony's not a footballer. Ahmad and his cameo did more than he did. Hassan is a Man United fan here, cooking
Big up
Hamza for
Hassan,
his
man.
charges. You get me?
Hassan's changing his narrative. Now he's humble. He used to cook me every time, but now look.
Oh, don't have it, Hassan. Don't have it, Hassan. Big up to you, Hassan. Thank you for the super chat. Arsenal in typical fashion, bunch of bottle jobs. We're going to talk about Arsenal now. Oh, you best believe. I know Lewis has prepared the meal in his head already, so it's going to be one hell of a meal right here. Big up to Dinishan says, Hamza, Egal was cooking last time. What happened now? Oh, we're going to talk about Arsenal. You best believe. And Fatur, I know, earlier on I bullied you for this. Now I know why, and I understand. I got a message explaining why this happened. But I appreciate you though, Fatur. Thank you so much for the super chat. And speaking of, big up Fatur, big up Hamza, big up Hassan, big up Nazmul, CFC, and Dinesh. 500 people are in here. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to This Is Football. If you are yet to do so, please slap the like button. Please subscribe to This Is Football. And now we head to the topic.
Sam, just before you go, someone said,
Yes.
Hamza doesn't have hair. I just want to play this once again.
And this guy looks like Klopp.
That's Klopp. I go barbers as well, man. I go barbers. See, he's shaving my head. And then you go tell me I'm bald. I told you I go barbers. Get out of here.
I have no words. I don't even know how to respond to that. But big up to you. Anyway, Arsenal Football Club, you get me. The main meal. We have to get to it now because I feel like this topic right here is gonna take us some long time to get over. And there's only one guy to start with after all the hammerings he's taken from Egal this season. Man, like Lewis, the floor is yours, Habibi. Fulham, Arsenal.
Well, as Arsenal don't like going to West London, but here's what it is. Hey, big up to the Christmas champions. Riding high at Christmas and fourth on New Year's Day. Big up to Man City as well, because somehow they have 3 wins in 8 league matches and they're still ahead of Arsenal with a game in hand. What a disgrace. And this is why I've never really been moved by Arsenal and their title hopes all season, because they barely seem to really flex their muscles, especially away from home. Fulham away, meaty performance. Chelsea away, meaty performance. Liverpool, meaty. Luton, meaty. Newcastle, meaty. Brentford, meaty. Villa, meaty. This is meant to be the champions elect. The ones with 4 points in 5, 0 wins in 3, 1 point in 6 against Fulham. There's Fulham side that had 0 goals in their last 3 league games before they faced the champions elect.
Oh yeah, they drew against them at the Emirates as well. Shit, you're right.
Yep. Even some of the home performances haven't really been up to scratch, but it's all been put under this guise and this illusion of control. In reality, it's just boring sideways passing that isn't really as incisive as it was from last season. I look at the game from the Fulham match, and I never really felt like they were scoring at any point in the second half. As soon as the second goal came in, I thought, yeah, this is done. This is done. They ain't coming back. Declan Rice is passing sideways and backwards. He's having a performance I criticised Conor Gallagher for having. Kai Havertz is doing the exact same thing. By the way, purple patch over. I knew he wouldn't get to the end of January. He barely even got to the start of January, but hey, it is what it is. Martinelli, by the way, also Arsenal fans are officially banned from talking about my forwards. Do better, rise some GNA, and then come and chat to my forwards, because right now Mudryk is having a better season than Martinelli. Madueke has as many goals as Martinelli with 1,000 less minutes played. Only scores penalties. Cole Palmer has more non-penalty goals than Bukayo Saka. Nicholas Jackson is outscoring their entire front line and has more assists than Martinelli and Jesus. Conor Gallagher and Palmer have more assists than their entire team, except for Bukayo Saka. Why is this from the so-called title contenders? Right now, they don't look like title contenders. This is why I've been saying, when Man City wake up, when they decide to respawn and do the little Undertaker sit-up, it's curtains for the rest of the league. We're hearing Kimmich rumours. If they get that as curtains for the next 2 to 3 years, it is what it is. But in terms of Arsenal, you lot have to win a trophy this season. And you're not going to win a trophy this season. And I can't wait, because the collapse that I am going to see when we get to the 20-year anniversary of Arsenal winning a trophy and they don't win it is going to be generational. 20 years, no league title, playing football the Arsenal way. I cannot wait. We will be there. We will be there. Remember, don't talk about my forwards until you can rise some GNA, and you must. Let Poch win a Carabao Cup and Arteta fails to respond. Long summer ahead. Long summer ahead for any Arsenal fan within a 500-mile radius. It is peak. I can't even pattern Fulham. Lost 2 London derbies back-to-back, and they want to talk about running London. When we were on top of London, we were winning trophies consistently. We still have the most trophies since 2000. Right now, we're in hibernation, and it still don't mean anything. We still run this city because we're still the ones that have trophies to flex. Rise something to the table. You lot want to be a serious and respected footballing institution. Right now, you lot are just Tottenham with an FA Cup this decade. That's it. But yeah, it is great to be back. New year, we're undefeated. Up the Chelsea. Arsenal, hold that. Hold that.
I love the fact that they actually did lose to 2 London teams as well. West Ham and Fulham back-to-back as well. You ain't lying. That's 2 clubs right there. That's
Hey,
mad.
big up Willian, big up Emerson, by the way. Proper Chelsea.
Oh, my days. Grigsy, let me go to you first before we let Hamza cook. Talk to me about Arsenal.
Arsenal. You know what? A month ago, I said I need Arsenal to win the league because they're less of 3 evils. Because God forbid I see your club lifting their 20th Premier League title, and God forbid we let Hamza win 4 league titles in a row. That's the last thing we need on this planet. But yet, whenever I depend on Arsenal, they always fail to deliver every single time. Fail. They get an F mark every single time. And then comes Thursday. We'll start with Thursday's match. Big up my cousin Mavropanos. What a beautiful header. The only thing I'm discussing was the fact that he didn't celebrate. He tried the respect thing. I don't know why they don't remember you, bro. They don't care about who you are. You should just celebrate it. I promise you, they don't remember who you are. Just celebrate. And then comes Sunday. I see Willian on the pitch. He pulled it back till his 2013 and he thought he's playing Spurs. Raul Jimenez looked decent. And his CT, he even did a Rabona. That's how messed up.
Raul Jimenez didn't look decent. Raul Jimenez cooked the shit out of them.
Cook with the headband on, bro. This guy is his head is sometimes in a different dimension, but he still got time to cook Arsenal. He don't forget about that. Leno, their former goalkeeper, it's just so bad. Like, or I have to start asking Mikel Arteta certain questions because Lewis brought up the attackers. Mikel Arteta, have you just forgotten how to coach an attack? Like, did all tactical decisions when it comes to attack just go out of your mind? Because we talked about Michaela Mudryk having less goals, having more goals than Gabriel Martinelli. Alejandro Garnacho has more goals than Martinelli. Rasmus Højlund, who we make fun of, only has one less goal than Martinelli, and the dude just scored for the first time all season. The first time he just scored for the first time all season, bro. He's only got one less goal. Marcus Rashford, who we all have said has fallen off the planet Earth, he has as many league goals, and he's gone through about 4 different haircuts this year. He still got 2 league goals though.
No way. Højlund cannot outscore Martinelli with a 4-month head start. This cannot happen. Bro, this cannot happen.
And Declan Rice.
And Højlund is remembered this season for that Australian guy as well who sang the song. No?
Maybe Martinelli needs one of those, man. Maybe he needs his own rap. Maybe he needs his own rapper. He needs a miracle, man. Maybe he needs his own rapper, bro. Someone from Brazil, go get on it, bro. Start making up a song for Gabriel Martinelli. Maybe you could get his morale up. But, bro, Declan Rice, where is your vertical passing? He's a good player. He's a great player. He's still a great player and everything like that. But I just did an article like signing for like transfer of the season. And Declan Rice, due to recent performances, I'm afraid you did not make the top. You did not make the number 1 on the list. I had to put in Vicario because Declan Rice, Gabriel was yelling at you. Control the midfield, bro. Vertical passing. You know, I went to the preseason game against Man United versus Arsenal, and I sat where Declan Rice played in the first half. I had a perfect view of it. And all I kept seeing Declan Rice do was sideways passing. There, the camera. You know what? My camera went down like Declan Rice's passing, man. It's just sideways. It's all it is. And I'm like, bro, break the line. You're a good player. You could do it. Break the line. And you know what? I think Granit Xhaka was at the game on Thursday. I think Arsenal fans are starting to miss him. Granit Xhaka, bro, he offered you something that maybe Kai Havertz doesn't do. Because
maybe
10 points. I think you're 10 points off worse than last year at this stage. 10 points. Man City, you had the golden opportunity. You had Pep Guardiola go on his worst run in his managerial career, not just Man City career, at Barcelona, Bayern Munich. He never went through that kind of run. You could have stuck the knife in the chest, and you failed to do so. You went to Anfield. You went 1-0 up, like way up last year, and again, you failed to capitalize. You always fail to capitalize. When the opportunity is to stick the dagger in, you fail to do so. And that has been the story of Arsenal Football Club since you last won the Prem. There's a reason why every time you're top of the table by Christmas, you don't win the league. And like, bro, you went from top of the league to 4th in a span of 6 days. You literally went down a spot.
That is actually mad. The fact that Christmas Day they were top and then New Year's they're 4th is actually crazy.
I think there's like 6 teams that have been top of the league at Christmas Day and haven't won the Premier League. Arsenal have like 4 of those spots, by the way.
It's football heritage. Why do you think I don't fall for their BS anymore?
And guess who was only
top of the league at Christmas? Shiver me timbers.
And guess who was only 1 point behind you in the table? Ange Postecoglou, Ange the Great, injury-riddled, suspension-riddled Tottenham Hotspur. They're 1 point behind you. Mickey Van de Ven and James Maddison haven't touched a football pitch in 2 months, by the way. They're only 1 point behind you. They're sneaking up on you. And Maddison and Van de Ven are coming back soon, by the way. They're coming back at the end of the month. There's only 1 Premier League game this month, by the way. So they're only going to miss 1 more game. And Son as well.
Spurs finish above Arsenal. I have no words.
Oh, and Mikel Arteta, like maybe gets a pass for the first couple of years because obviously he had a lot of squad rebuilding to do. And you won his trophy in his first year. I think this is his 4th. I think this is his 5th season now. You must win a trophy, and there's only 3 competitions left. You have the FA Cup where you have to play Hassam's team. You cannot lose that match, by the way. You must win that match. You have the Premier League where the Sharks are hunting now. And it's not just 1 shark, it's 2 sharks. And those 2 sharks have won the Premier League recently. You have the 2 best managers in the league that are above you now. And number 3, the competition that you said, I want Inter Milan. I want Real Madrid. God, you were doing combined 11s. I saw that. 8 Arsenal players in the combined 11. You wanted Real Madrid. You wanted the kings of Europe. You want Inter Milan, who I think are one of the 3-4 best teams in Europe. That's who you wanted. Make sure you beat Porto first, because I saw the way you struggled against West Ham's deep block. You think Sergio Conceição ain't gonna come to Emirates with that nasty low block? I promise you, he's coming. And guess who's gonna be at the center back? It ain't gonna be Mavropanos at center back. It's gonna be OG Pepe. That's who's gonna be at center back. Mehdi Taremi's gonna be up front, and they're gonna smell the fear of Arsenal. You ain't some European glory club. Porto are gonna be there. I've seen them beat Juventus. I've seen them beat teams on European nights. They're gonna come to Emirates and smell the blood, because that's what teams are smelling right now. That's what teams are smelling right now when they go to Arsenal.
Eliminate Arsenal. Oh my god!
Because Arsenal last year, at home they were conceding a lot of goals, but away from home last year, London derbies, you were king. I think you won like every London derby away from home. This year, you go to London and you spread your legs. It's a free for all for other teams, bro. They slap you up.
They have done.
I rest my case.
Big up to you, Grigsy. Big up to my guy Will. What does Will say? Will says Hamza, bro, Liverpool versus City, proper title race. Arsenal, though, laughing emoji. Hamza, I have the video that you sent me with the Spurs fan. Do you want me to play it?
Yeah, play it first.
Whatever you throw at me, I've got 7 players out and I'm point behind you. I haven't spent 400 million. I sold Harry Kane, bro, and I've banked the money. And you're going to try chat to me on this day. You're going to try chat to me on this. Bro, I'm playing fullbacks in defense. You got Saliba, this Rolls Royce. Bro, I'm not even using Romero. And I'm a point off you, bruv. There's nothing you can chat to Spurs. We are a joke. We are that unambitious, bruv. We sell our best players and we sell our best players, bro, and we buy new stands for Beyonce concerts, bro. And we're a point behind you. My owners don't even care about football. They care about money, concerts, bruv, and letting people do the moonwalk and let Santa do the moonwalk on the top of my stadium. And I'm 1 point behind you. You can't chat to me on any level. You let me spend the money that you spend. You let me spend the money that you spend, bruv. Because you'd have to move postcodes again. You'd have to move from the Emirates, bruv. You'd have to fucking move to Watford or somewhere, bruv. We've already made you move once. Bro, I don't even want to talk to these Arsenal fans. Let them talk and embarrass themselves. But I'm saying this. I know my club, for the size of the stadium, the money it generates is a joke.
Wow. This is mad. You're getting cooked by Spurs fans. And before we let Hamza unleash on Arsenal, I'll just say quickly on Arsenal. This is the thing with this game. You know, when Hamza loses a game, or even when I've lost a game this season, it's never been the other team have had the better chances or they were better than us. It's always smash and grab, shit like that. We saw with the Palace Man City. We saw with Luton. Liverpool had 15 chances and they missed them all. You watch that Arsenal Fulham game. Shout out to Flawless. He always says, name the clear-cut chances. And the clear-cut chances that Fulham created were a lot more dangerous than the Arsenal ones. Like, Fulham were closer to scoring the third than Arsenal were to scoring the equalizer for me. And that's the worrying part. Their forward line stinks. Martinelli, investigation needed. 2 goals in 18 games. It's just pathetic at this point. It's actually pathetic. In Nketiah, I have no words. No words. Trossard's been shit this season as well. Their forward line stinks. And the fact that Arteta and these guys think that they don't need a forward or they don't need a striker is actually worrying if you're an Arsenal fan, because you're looking at this team going like, why the hell you want to sign me a midfielder or a centre back or a DM or whatever? You need forwards who can put the ball in the back of the net. And you don't have that right now. That's your biggest problem. Even Saka, who kept trying, kept going, but he cannot do it on his own. The rest of them just absolutely stank it up. For me, I think Havertz get a bit scapegoated. I don't think he was as bad as people make out. He's actually a spark for them. He was okay, to be fair. I don't think he was that bad. But it's the rest, it's the forward line that just absolutely stinks. And when it comes to the game that Grigsy mentioned, the next FA Cup game, all the pressure is on Arsenal. Liverpool are already in a Carabao Cup semi-final. We've already done our job in one domestic cup. They're at home. They're in the FA Cup. It's a tournament they like to win. So all pressure is on them. So we'll see if they deliver or not in that game. So anyway, Hamza, talk to the people.
Get ready, guys. Yeah. Listen, let's go back. Yeah. 25th of December, top of the league. Egal was saying this all last 2 weeks. Man City in crisis. They don't look to be the same. They've lost Gundogan. They lost Mahrez. They've got this guy. They've only won 2 games in 6. Then it was 2 games in 7. Then it's 3 in 8 now. I was in crisis. I was looking after kids. I was with Hamilton, baby Sassuolo. There's a boy called Sassuolo. Google him now. Baby Oscar Bob, baby Rico Lewis. I was in nursery school giving them little dummies and tell them, drink your milk, little Sassuolo. Drink your milk. This is what I was doing. Yo, I was chilling like that. And you never took advantage. You just left me feeding these kids. And I was there struggling. Whilst you're sitting here talking down to Liverpool. Oh, look how we played against Liverpool. I told you I respect Liverpool. Ask for some. From the start of this stream that started, I said, Klopp is the danger man. I wanted some. Some, did I not say that every single year from last year? Because I have respect on those who have won. I know what it is to be a champion, not to be a bottle job for 20 years. You're wearing a shirt walking around the street. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm an Arsenal fan. Get out of here. Who are you? You're a bunch of nobody. First in Europe, you're nothing. You and Toki, there's no difference. Take off the shirt. At the end of the day, you talk down to Liverpool. Did you see how we played against Liverpool? Tactical genius by Arteta. Tactical genius. Look at Saliba. Saliba and VVD. You call Saliba's Rolls Royce, but last 2 games, he looks like Mazda. Mazda. The X-Rage. The Mazda that you can't, you have to push. You have to push. Mazda, push it. Push it. And you're putting on. The thing is not coming on. Why are you looking like Mazda? You're Mazda against Raul Jimenez. Against Raul Jimenez. Saliba. When I said Konate was better than you, it is a reason. It is a reason. There's a reason why you're the 4th choice centre back. They're telling you, oh, Deschamps doesn't know. Deschamps doesn't know. You're a bunch of bottle jobs. You don't know. You haven't won anything in 20 years. What can you talk about winning? France wins World Cup. You can think that he sits with Mbappe. Mbappe said, get out of here. You smell like a loser. You smell like Win the dog. Go sit down there. You're not that guy. Konate is a guy. I told you. You're telling, oh, it's good as Van Dijk. Have some respect on Van Dijk. Van Dijk is Rolls Royce. Van Dijk is Rolls Royce. When you use Rolls Royce, you see those guys. They've listed trophies, major cups. You know, Champions League. They lift. You know when to lift it. That your club that will never lift that Champions League. Hey, Van Dijk's lifted that, baby. Van Dijk. That's why I respect that. Yeah. And then you come and tell me Saliba because Rice was the best DM in the world. And apparently Rice was the best DM in the world because he stopped World War III. 5 Liverpool players were running on him. And look what he did. Why couldn't he not stop Edson Alvarez? Why couldn't he not stop Edson Alvarez? You fools. Why could he not stop Palinia? Why? Passing sideways. Panicking. I want to play Europa Conference League. Yes. Endo had a game on him. And Alvarez had a game on him. Palinia had a game on him. Conversation is done. I best DM in the world will compare him to Busquets. Have some shame on Busquets, man. Have some shame. Yeah? Then Kai, I knew. You know when I knew? I knew they were frauds. You know when I knew? This is what I know. I've always said and I hate it. When I saw a football team like failures, 10 games running, and they're singing Waka Waka, Samina Mina, Waka Waka, hey Nana Africa, something, yo.
Edouard Mendy's chant deserves
You're
better.
singing 10 games in. Some you sing after
Wasted on a giraffe.
You sing after you won the league. We sing. We won it all. We won
the lot.
We won it all. We won
We've
it
won it all.
This is what you sing, Egal. Egal, you don't waka Samina baka man in Africa. Huh? I'm thinking you're singing
I
against
said,
Bournemouth.
man, they were singing
Bournemouth
Kai
is
Havertz
singing-
scores again when he'd only scored once.
Real Madrid fans must have been thinking,
How
what a
tapped
pathetic
is this fan base?
Wallahi, what a pathetic fan base. 10 games, you sing Waka. What are you singing for? It's
He's
only
got
Bournemouth.
one goal, bruv. Where's the again? He's not. He's only scored once.
Again. And you know what? Egal had the audacity of putting
That's
two
more
Madrid-
embarrassing than the Martial song.
Egal had the audacity of putting two Madrid players on his all-starting 11. You see why we come for you? Because you're frauds. We call you frauds FC.
Justice for Rudiger.
And you
Disgrace.
started this.
Good
I
Bozo
said to you,
Jesus.
for some, I said to you, they're the biggest bottle job we know in history of the Premier League. Arsenal are the biggest bottle jobs last year. We have to agree on that. That the way they capitulated in 2023, being 93, was the biggest failure in Premier League history. Tell me who disagrees on that statement? Yeah, who? No one. No one. It's a fact. You started as the biggest failure, and you've ended the year. You're smiling, but you shouldn't be smiling if you're biggest failure like that. You should be crying. You see, because you're used to it. Because you know you're gonna do it again. But you ended this year as the biggest bottle job again. Why can you not change your name as Bottle FC? Why didn't you name your football club Bottle Jobs FC? Because that's what you do. You do this, Egal, and you're not ashamed. And then not only that, Sam, all Egal comes to this page, to this. I'm writing, I'm taking. Have you 20 years? Have you been taking us for 20 years of failures? Don't you go back and mom says it? Why are you writing, Egal? You've taken every crayon, you've taken every pencil. Why are you writing, Egal? Egal, if I was you, stop writing. It's enough, it's enough. You're wasting paper, you're wasting the trees, you're wasting pen and paper. Boris Johnson will say this is the reason why. Hamza, we're supposed to go ecosystem. We're supposed to be planting trees, but Egal is taking all the pencils. Stop writing, you fraud. You're smiling. Throw that pen away now. You got that you're writing and I saw you. That's why I wrote it down here. Then you look at there. Yeah, they love scapegoatings. Scapegoating last year. Holding was the reason we lost the league. Then it was Zinchenko. Zinchenko didn't play against Fulham, son.
Yeah, he didn't.
See, I told
They
you.
blamed him for everything.
Some they love scapegoating. They love this. Yeah.
Have you met the new scapegoat?
Who's the scapegoat?
Ben White. New scapegoat.
Let me go for him. I found out one thing. Guys, deep it, this is fact, yeah? I never knew. Ben White never knew Patrick Vieira. Can you imagine their own player signed for... This is the biggest disrespect on their football club. Sam, imagine a football club that said he never knew Steven Gerrard. He wanted to sign for a football club.
I would sell him tomorrow. If you don't know Stevie G, sell.
Standards.
Sell.
Liverpool fans will chase you out because Liverpool, no, that's heritage. You're supposed to go. Ben White said he never knew Patrick Vieira and he wears Patrick Vieira's number 4. Never researched it. Never researched it. And you know what, Sam? You know when I knew today as well, someone told me? He says, I don't watch football. You know guys who don't watch football? They will never be good players, Sam. Because great players, they say, Steven Gerrard used to watch great players. You have to watch great players. Trent says, I watch Cafu. That's what you think he's going to be, right? Because they're going to improve. They know what... This guy, he comes out there, he eats their money. He tells Egal, sing waka waka, I'm going to cinema. The guy doesn't watch football. He will never improve. He's a failure. Egal, he doesn't watch football. How is he going to improve? This guy watches probably Cartoon Network. I don't know what he watches, but what a failure. That's the biggest red flag. So if you come for him, I agree. Then if you look at you, Arteta has to take the blame because he has spent enough money. They said that he has spent enough money. Not only he spent money, this guy went to the owner last year in January. Please, now I want a dog. Please, I'm begging you. The guy goes, okay, we'll give you a dog. Get the dog. They brought in that black dog, bring it in. Woof, 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 he came. They said, okay. Because if we will get this and we'll call it win. What did that dog get you? You're the only football club. Wallahi, have some shame. Wallahi. No football club has ever got a dog to try and give itself a league title. Egal. Look, burn that crest, Egal. Egal, burn that crest.
Make a new crest with win in the middle.
Yo, how can you
Imagine a
Grigsy,
crust with a dog.
Grigsy,
That's fucking weird.
Grigsy,
Emphasis on winning,
Grigsy
even though they don't win.
Grigsy has not come here and said, "Oh, I need to get rid of Anthony and get a cat." Get rid of Anthony and get black.
I mean, the cat would dribble better, to be fair, but yeah.
Have some shame. You've used enough money. You've bought the pet. It doesn't work. Egal. It doesn't work. Now already, you're making kids cry. Kids are crying and oh, it's my first time. I felt sorry for the kid. I said, "Oh my God, poor kid."
Blame the parents.
Oh, why are you doing
They
this?
raised
to
them
the
as
kids?
gooners. Blame them.
Oh, why are you doing this to the kids? Go,
Child
leave the kids, man.
Nah,
Kids and animals.
character building. He can hold that. I'm not gonna lie. Man.
You're,
That's
you're
character
making
building. That's how you learn.
you're making kids and dogs cry now. Dogs are suffering, animals are suffering. That's why I don't respect that football club. Lastly, Jesus is another guy. He left my football club. When he left my football club, I'll never forget this. And I'll show you. Brazil printed reports saying it's a biggest failure for a Brazilian to go to Arsenal Football Club because they know it's as a failure. You know, anyone in Brazil, like, they don't respect them because they don't have a UCL. Who do they have? What do they have, Sam? What do they have? What does Arsenal have in Europe? They said it was the biggest failure he went. And then guess what? He said, goal scoring is not his strength. Sam, can you believe a striker saying this, Sam? Sam, what are we doing here? Now they're already crisis. We need another player. We need a bird. We need whatever. It doesn't work anymore. If you do not win the league this year, your manager is the biggest failure in the Premier League. I'll never come for Klopp. He's got already credit in the bank. He's got the Champions League. He's got the league title. I always banter Klopp, but I will respect him. I respect him because I know I'm scared of him. I am scared of Klopp. I've said it from beginning because I know. But your man, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. If you don't win the league this year and Tottenham are 1 point behind you, frauds. Yeah,
That's a fraud.
After spending 700 million, when Tottenham, Ange Postecoglou did not spend much. Remember his name. Ange Postecoglou did not get 100 million signing as a main guy. Ange has lost 7 or 8 players. North London, you might need to move again. If they finish ahead of you, Egal, I dare you, Ange, finishes ahead of you. Emery is already rattling. Emery, with the limited budget, is doing what Arteta can do. Fact. Ask everyone here. Emery is doing an outstanding job with a limited squad, with one striker, Ollie Watkins. Yeah, they don't have a second striker. There is no excuses from you. You spend more money than they. They've been struggling with Douglas Luiz and Kamara and all that. They've lost their best captain. You come here, making excuses. Oh, I don't know what. I lost Julian Timber. Shimba Matimbas. I don't know. This guy, top 4 is a trophy. Remember what your Wenger said? My manager never said it. Liverpool never said it. Your manager said it. Top 4 is a trophy. That's what is made of your football club. Yeah? And North London forever. It's a lie. Tottenham are coming, baby. Tottenham are coming. I keep writing. Don't worry. You're wasting time. Right. He's good at writing. Yeah, go on.
Egal, of course, has the right to respond. And I feel like it'll be very unfair on Egal if we don't let him respond now. So, Egal, tell us your thoughts on the Arsenal game.
Okay. First of all, Carefree Lewis.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need a girl to ride. I need a girl to make my wife. I need a girl, mine, oh mine. I need a girl in my life. I need a girl to ride. I need a girl to be my wife. Nobody else, she's all mine. I need a girl.
Yeah. Yo, I'm internationally known on the microphone.
Guys, don't act like what happened yesterday against West Ham is the norm. What happened against West Ham should not be happening. We had a we had a Premier League record. Guys, we had a Premier League record of touches in the box without scoring a goal. That just shows you how abnormal what happened yesterday is. I don't think that's going to happen against Fulham. I don't think that's going to happen against Fulham. What the hell was that? What did we just witness, ladies and gentlemen? This Arsenal team, I want to start off by asking you guys a question. Does that look like a team that wants to compete for a league title? Does that look like a team that wants to seriously challenge for a league title? Every drop point is crucial if you want to win the Premier League. At this moment in time, I'm questioning if we're even serious title contenders because we're currently 4th in the Premier League. And if I'm not mistaken, Tottenham are close to us. Let me look at the league table quickly. Tottenham are 1 point behind us. You're kidding me. Tottenham with the new manager, with how many injuries, are 1 point behind us. We're 4th in the Premier League. I was telling people, calm down. We win this game, we go top of the league. Calm down. And they put that kind of performance? We've dropped points in the last 3 games. We got 1 point from 9. Are you kidding me?
Hey DJ, run the rhythm, boy.
Nope.
What the fuck?
I like Val with a shock video here in the middle of
Violence in the chat, guys. Violence in the
chat. Egal, now the floor is yours after that video. W's for Val. If you're not hitting the like button right now, man, you guys are just frauds. Go on, Egal, the floor is yours now.
I'm speechless.
You're on mute.
I'm not on mute. I was speechless. That
was
was a fucking crazy video. Big up Velvet. Honestly, you're an asshole for that. You what is his name again? Booty
Val.
Hunter.
Yeah, Bunda Hunter.
Bunda Hunter. Now I know why he's hunting for Bunda, because the man's doing videos for that long. Man had 4 different videos combined. Plus, he went all the way back to a video that I told Terry stop playing. Yo, my man, you're dirty for that one still. Second, Greg, you can't chat shit, bro. Your team gets smacked every week. You know your manager and your whole situation. So I'm gonna allow you still because you're a good you. Next, when it comes to Lewis, how dare you, after the season you've been having, try to come from my forwards? I get it, my forwards have not been performing well, but my team at its worst is nowhere near your team at your best. So don't even chat.
That's why you escaped Stamford Bridge with a draw, but cool.
Hey, come to the Emirates. You're gonna get slapped up like you usually.
Oh, I look forward to it. Another Martinelli blank search.
I will
be there.
I can't wait.
Be there.
You'll get to see the pedo stash live in person, hopefully. I'll be there myself. I'll be there myself. Hussam, keep that number 1 spot warm, ready, because we're gonna play you twice in a span of a month, and we're gonna be on the show after both times. I don't even think you're gonna play a serious team when you come to the Emirates after the FA Cup game. So we're gonna talk about that. And Hamza, you absolute fraud. You mentioned Ben White. First things first. You guys are celebrating, thinking we're gonna lose. One second. You said we're gonna lose to Porto after you said to me Arsenal got an easy tie for Porto. So which one is it? Is it an easy tie, or you think we're gonna lose, or you think it's both? Next, you said, "Oh, Ben White, only player in football history who doesn't watch football." If I'm not mistaken, Gareth Bale don't watch football. Ronaldinho don't watch football. If I'm not mistaken, Gabriel, what's his name?
Ronaldinho watches football.
No, Ronaldinho doesn't watch football, bro.
Ronaldinho's hero. Do you know who?
Ronaldinho plays football, goes home. He don't watch football.
Bro, he watches football. He watches Brazil.
Bro.
Are you joking?
Bro, how is Ben White end up in the same sentence as Ronaldinho?
No, I'm giving you other examples. I'm giving you other examples.
Ronaldinho and Ben
What
White.
says there's more deflections here than Rodri at Stamford Bridge. What is this?
Examples. No, because you guys.
Ronaldinho watch football.
Are we gonna talk about Arsenal or just deflect everyone else?
Guys, you guys spent the whole hour waffling. Wallahi, I sat there, the quietest I've ever been on a stream, just so I could have my time to speak. And now you guys want to interrupt me.
My God, bro, it's Ronaldinho.
So, do we want to talk about more? Let me give you another example. Marc-Andre ter Stegen doesn't watch football. Another example. Let me give you another one. We got Gabriel Batista. He doesn't watch football either. So when you keep talking about names of people who don't watch football, I can give you a whole laundry list, Hamza. So let's get back.
But you brought Ronaldinho.
Let's get back. Yes, Ronaldinho is top of the list.
No, bro, Ronaldinho watches football. It doesn't make sense. Ronaldinho goes and watches Brazil.
No, he doesn't. Listen,
he does. I swear to God.
My point was
on the pitch.
My point was he does his job and he doesn't go and watch every other game. Okay, you don't have to be. You don't have to
say it's Baptista.
Guys, if you guys want to go do a quick Google search, you'll go see Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, not Ronaldo. Ronaldinho has said on numerous occasions himself that he just he loves the game and he doesn't go and watch.
He used to support Grammy as well.
He loves to play it. Next, let's get to the actual game itself. Of course, after you drop points versus West Ham in the fashion that we did, who the hell expects to drop points again? It was not what happened against Fulham has not happened this entire season in that fashion. We were physically outmanned. We performed horrific in the final third. Once again, we were outmanned in the midfield. We were absolutely getting bullied at times. You could see, and the mistakes that we were making to lead to the goals were just jokes. Absolute jokes for the final goal that was basically a pinball corner. How many times have we conceded corners? Not many. And to concede a corner in that fashion is a joke. You guys want to talk about Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, Declan Rice, all poor. I'm not going to sit here and defend people who've been poor. Let's be honest. They were poor. It's not their regular standard. Hence why you guys are here laughing and joking. We've been really good for the last calendar year. We were really up there. Guess what? We didn't end up winning it. Because we didn't end up winning it, you guys want to laugh and joke. But the whole goal was to come back this season and compete again. If after a couple poor results, we're going to throw in the towel and say we're never going to do it, that's ridiculous. You don't get to the level that we've gotten to over the last calendar year and say after a couple of bad results, you give up. I believe this team can weather the storm. It's not a blip in the sense that that our goals have not been scoring. We've been poor in our attack in general the entire season. We need to get the attack firing again. The way that we're going to do that is by trying to get the midfield sorted out. Mikel Arteta has the tools to his disposal at this moment in time, and he's going to have to work with what he has, because we're not going to go and spend major signings in the January transfer window like some people think. I don't think we're going to be spending the kind of money that people think in January. At best, we're lucky
if you don't sign a striker, the league title is over for you.
I could say the same
anyway.
I could say the same thing for Liverpool. That's the honest truth.
Yeah, but
you got Darwin Núñez. We got Gabriel Jesus. Both guys who missed major chances. The difference is you have Mohamed Salah. When he's there on form, he's one of the best attackers in the league. And you want to know something? We don't have nobody on that level yet. We need guys like Bukayo Saka and Martinelli to at least hit the levels that they were at last season for us to sustain it. But hey, it is what it is. A lot of you guys wanted to run banter. I'm not here for banter today. I'm gonna keep it real. My team did not play well. We played terrible.
You've lost 2 in a row. You've lost 2 in a row. Is there a crisis?
Bro, forget 2 in the row, bro. We've won 1 game in our last 6.
So is it a crisis?
Of course, it's a crisis in the sense that we've dropped so much points. Man City are about to bring back Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland. Liverpool are 5 points clear. It is not a situation that we want to be in, especially in the fact that you guys were making the jokes that, yes, we were top of the league come Christmas. We dropped 2 games, and look at where we are. If you want to know the funny thing, if we would have beat Fulham, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. We would have been saying Arsenal.
You didn't beat them.
Listen to my point. What exaggerated this and made it 10 times worse is the Fulham result. Until the Fulham result, it was never this bad.
No, it's the fact that it's repetitive, Egal. It's the forward line not delivering.
The Fulham result,
and the away games.
The Fulham result was the worst performance of the season. You can talk
but
about
that's the point. Fulham didn't.
How many times have we heard Arsenal fans say that after a game this season? Though I've heard that numerous times.
How about we ask a serious question though?
Lewis, two things can be true. We could have said it numerous times, but it can also be true that the statement stands true. Because guess what? Against Newcastle, that was the first time we lost. So we said it's the worst performance of the season. Then the next time we lost...
people say the Chelsea game was the worst performance of the season.
What was the next time we lost after that? I forget. What was the second?
It's not... it's not just games that you have lost that the narrative has been you've played poorly. Like the Chelsea game, for example.
Aston Villa game. The reason why we said the Aston Villa game...
Yeah, it's the how. The how is the cause for concern.
Because we created the chances, we thought we were in good positions. Both of those times, you couldn't given us an out because there was refereeing decisions against us. The game against West Ham was unexcusable because we had it in our hands. How many times did we miss a header, or did we miss a chance, or miss a player one-on-one on goal, didn't score? That's why the West Ham game we said it was the worst.
To me, it doesn't.
That's Lewis's point and my point and Hamza's point. It's how you're losing. But Egal, one second. It's how you're losing. It's not about whether you're losing. Hamza's team has lost this season. I've lost this season. All 5 of us have lost this season. But it's how you're losing. It's not Fulham. Okay, who created the more dangerous chances? Fulham.
If you look at your attack, by the way,
for one more goal, Fulham what was a more likely result? Fulham 3-1 or 2-2? Fulham 3-1 was closer because Fulham created so many chances. Jimenez twice, Tom Kearney, Raya had to pull a couple of saves. That's the thing. So it's how you're losing. It's not like Fulham parked the bus and they did smash and grab. No, Fulham had the more dangerous chances.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying each game has gotten categorically worse. I'm not giving you excuses. You guys are thinking I'm sitting here giving you excuses. I'm literally agreeing with Lewis. I'm just saying the reason I'm giving him the logic behind why we say what we say is because it's gotten categorically worse each game. And the reason why I feel like the Fulham game is the straw that broke the camel's back for a lot of people and made a lot of people more aware of the situation is, one, because it's cumulative points being dropped in such a small, dense amount of time. And 2 is because we need to make major changes to our attack. Luckily, we have 7 days off before the Liverpool game and another 20 days before our next Premier League game. But Mikel Arteta has to find a solution. And to me, the major solutions he needs to find is in the midfield and in the attack. That's it.
To me, I've been saying it from beginning. And I said to someone, you guys didn't believe me. I said to you, Arsenal don't look the same this season. Nottingham Forest, first game of the season, scraped a 2-1 win. They went to Crystal Palace. One second. You got a lucky draw. You then played Fulham with 10 men. You should have lost that game because they had a counter-attack. They were 10 men, 2-2. And then you played United, worst United team. United scored with Garnacho goal, and it could have been won on just that little edge. And guess what? You turned around to get a corner, which got deflected as a goal. One second. We told you. Then you went to Everton, scraped a win. Tottenham, luckily you drew that game. You lost to Lons.
You could have won that game.
Man City had their main players missing, and they came there and you celebrated a deflected goal. Of
course, we're going to celebrate beating you.
1 second.
What do you expect? Oh, we're not going to celebrate beating Man City. Get out of here, bro. You're flying a kite.
1 second. You then complained about Newcastle's win. You complained it was out of the line. You lost to West Ham 3-1 before that.
Don't forget how lucky they got at the fucking.
They got lucky against Brentford.
You guys had no composure.
They got lucky against Brentford.
Yeah, you got lucky because of that. Both is correct.
Getting lucky, and the luck has run out. The luck has run out now.
Listen.
And now you're clueless. You don't know what.
Can I get a response?
You're struggling to win. That's all I'll say.
Can I get a response? First of all, you want to know something? You can point out all the negatives, but in the same time, you can also point out all the potential ways we could have won those games, and go on to say that we're unfortunate in the majority of these games that we drop points in also. So if you want to paint it, you can paint it both pictures. The actual mean and the balance of the whole situation is the entirety of the season. There's been one major issue which we have not had, which is our situation in front of goal. At one point, we weren't creating enough chances, and now we're not finishing off enough chances. Draw it down that simply. We are not scoring at the same rate as we were last season.
But you're scraping
Defensively, guess what? We've conceded two more goals than we did last season also. So you can say our attack and our defense is slightly worse than last season. Of course, I am not this season is not the same as last season, and I've always said don't compare it to last season, because last season we had such a good run that it was never going to be replicated. I said that on numerous streams. Even when we won, I've said that on numerous streams. So don't sit here and say I've ever said that. Don't sit here and ever say we are as good. What I've said is we were better at controlling games. Now the issue is we can control games as much as we want, but if we can't finish, Hamza, let me land, bro. Wallah, you're annoying me. Let me land, please. All I'm saying is if we can control games as much as we want, but if we don't score, it doesn't mean nothing.
Egal, you look up from our point of view. We're telling you, you've been scraping wins, yeah. The other issue, yeah, we think you've been lucky to escape those some of the wins. Brentford, Luton, we're poor. I'm poor. I'm telling you now, I'm poor. But other thing, you're predictable.
I agree with you.
One second. Let me finish it. You don't have a plan B. All you do, pass to your wing. You got excited with these wingers, Martinelli. All they do, cut back. One's Charles Zogby on the left. Yeah. All he does, cut in, cross, or shoot. Yo, what are you doing, man? You've been doing that for the last 24 months. The other guy looks. Yo, what's going on, bro?
What is he doing now?
What's
Roadrunner Martinelli.
Bro, kick, run. That's it. My guy's got head down.
Hamza, can you do the Martinelli again, please?
He's got head down like this. It goes. And
that's a good clip. That's a good clip, by the way.
Oh my God. I'm thinking, yo,
1 second.
Mad.
Hamza.
So you're predictable. All he does, you're predictable. You're just predictable. There's no plan B. Declan Rice sideways passing. Now people have clocked how you play. You've been found out.
Yo, Hamza, you know what the plan B is? Hamza, you know what the plan B is? It's Trossard coming off for Martinelli in the 65th minute. It's a substitution that Arteta makes every game. Same timestamp as well, by the way. Check go on FootMob and check the exact minute Martinelli gets subbed out for Trossard. It's between the 63rd and the 68th minute. Exactly. Every single match. Every single match. It's the same time.
That's true. Because Mikel Arteta needs to improve on his substitutions. But guess what? Hamza, you're spot on. Martinelli has been poor this season. He needs to be more versatile in his decision making. He cannot always just cut in and shoot. He needs to sometimes make the pass, sometimes cut and shoot, sometimes go to the byline, cut it back. He needs to make different choices. 100%. He's definitely been very, very much one way. And I'll give you that. But one thing we cannot sit here and say Arsenal don't have a plan B. We've done numerous different things. We've done numerous different things throughout the season. It just hasn't worked. That's the reality. To say that we play one way is actually false.
You pass wing.
Hamza,
you pass one wing. When it doesn't work, you pass it to Odegaard. Odegaard goes around and he does 360, fake Iniesta.
Hamza, you yourself, Hamza, we beat you with a plan B. Don't act like we didn't. When we played against Manchester United, we beat them with plan A, which was our front three: Gabriel Jesus, Bukayo Saka, and Gabriel Martinelli, finishing off the game to make it 4-1 at the or 3-1. What was that at the end? 3-1 at the end?
Yeah.
To make it 3-1 at the end. When we played against Liverpool, we pretty much had to play with our best 11 available at that time. We didn't go with Jorginho in that game. Against Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken, did we have Jorginho in that game? No, we didn't. I don't think.
Yeah, you did.
We had Jorginho in that game. Kai Havertz came on at the end, no?
I'm gonna say, Granit Xhaka said that.
So in the
I think
game,
it's Arteta ain't
one second.
flexible.
So in the game, in the games
He
that
said,
Kai
when
Havertz.
did he say that?
One second. In the games where we started off with a natural midfield and then we changed with Kai Havertz starting up top, that was where we changed it up. Now the issue we've had recently, you guys don't want to hear this, but the reality is we've been playing with our plan B as our plan A because Thomas Partey has been injured. And I'm not blaming all of this on Thomas Partey's injury. Don't get me wrong for 1 second. Wallahi, don't get me wrong for 1 second. But I'm simply telling you, you cannot play the different types of ways that you want to play. If you have multiple injuries, it's gonna eventually catch up.
No, 1 second. You wanted Partey out. The thing is, now they're crying for
Take
Partey.
me out of context now and say, oh, everything's down because of Partey. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying simply because you guys are saying we don't have a plan B. I'm telling you,
what was the plan A? What was plan A? Was it Partey right back? Was it Partey right back? Was that the plan A?
1 second. No. Did you watch this in the Community Shield, bro?
Then why was Thomas Partey playing right back against Crystal Palace in the second game?
Did you watch us? Did you watch us in the Community Shield? No. What, you think you got me for something? What did you even do? You didn't do.
You said Thomas Partey was playing A. The last time we saw Thomas Partey was against Crystal Palace, and guess what he was playing?
The last time you saw Thomas Partey was when we dunked on Man City at our ground, and he came on and he played the pass to win us the game.
No, this
so
is
it, bro. When you get your facts straight before you come chatting to me, bro.
The problem is,
I know what I'm talking about. You guys act like, oh, let's laugh at Egal, let's make jokes. Bullshit, bro. When I'm chatting, I'm actually giving you real talks. You guys want to laugh. Well, that's a joke thing, bro. Keep moving.
Go. We're just saying that the issue is.
I'm CEO. By the way, Arsenal, have less open play XG than Man United. Less open play XG than Man United. That's
guess what? Coach. It doesn't mean nothing because we find other ways to win the game.
No, it's not sustainable. You cannot rely on set pieces to win.
You're right. It's not sustainable.
Oh, this is glorious.
You know what else is not sustainable? When you have 5 big chances and you miss all of them, obviously that's not realistic. You're gonna end up getting back.
Fix your attack. Tell Arteta to coach his attack. I'm seeing Martinelli doing hold the width shit. Martinelli last year was playing closer to goal and he was thriving. Why is Arteta playing him out of position? Focus on your coach.
Martinelli's not playing out of position. His midfield has changed.
He's not as close to goal as he was last year. Martinelli's not as close to goal as he was last year.
That's the opposite. He's actually closer to goal, which means he doesn't have more space
because he's not shooting as much. That's clearly not
because
Martinelli. Look at his shot numbers.
Because he doesn't have the same overlapping run. Listen, honestly, I'm not going to explain the whole thing because it's going to get too far. But simply put, Granit Xhaka being out of the side and having another player coming into the team, we have to find a new way to play. These players are not playing off form. These players are not out of nowhere just shit. They don't just lose all their ability. What happens is you need to find a way to adjust in the new system. Guess what? The moment the season goes on, you have to continue to find ways to adjust as people clock how you play, and that's what's happening. We're just not adjusting quick enough to when people figure us out.
Grigs, the issue is our question.
Hamza, I think you've been walking.
One second. Let me finish this.
Mention one thing tangible about the game. Stop talking about 15-19.
Okay, but the only issue, I've said it from beginning, I question Arteta's signings. And
What signing?
Fabio Vieira, waste money. Yeah,
He's got injured. He started off the season well.
Oleg Zinchenko was a waste signing.
One of our best players.
No, Hamza, can I cook?
Lewis, you're such an
Zinchenko real quick. Zinchenko real quick. Because Alexander Zinchenko went on an interview with Rio Ferdinand, and he tried to make a legend of the football game look like an absolute dumbass, talking about his inverted thing and like, oh, you can't defend your player out wide because he's gonna cook you. He tried to make Cleo look a 8-time Premier League winner, a Champions League winner.
Doesn't mean you can't be an idiot.
So Alexander Zinchenko has the right to tell Rio Ferdinand, by the way, one of the all-time great defenders, on how to defend the wide channels.
Since when is Rio Ferdinand a tactical genius, bro? He can get things wrong.
1 second.
Rio's not a tactical genius on how to defend. He's a center back. What do you mean?
Just because you're a center back, bro. That's why he was the all-time. That's why he was a record feed for 3 times as a center back. 1 second. We've exposed all of Manchester United's former greats as being frauds. Anyways,
I never said Rio was a tactical genius. I said when it comes to defending. What was Rio? A center back. What does he know how to do? Defend.
The man said he's gonna leave Zinchenko wide open to do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, because Zinchenko's shit.
Nah, that's stupid.
Fine. Let me tell you something.
If
The
you,
reason why
if you leave somebody wide open who has the ability to break the lines and do damage to your midfield, you're gonna suffer the consequences. That's why people don't leave him. That's why people don't leave him wide open. You're talking about Rio. Oh, what Rio doing? Who gives a shit, bro? Rio's human, just like everybody else. He can make mistakes. He can make stupid calls too.
I said
his call.
You and your fan base did the same thing, by the way.
You know what he said? Do you know what he said? He said to him, "Guess what? I will leave you wide open. I'll double up the winger. Double up the winger. Okay, he'll find somebody else. You leave him wide. You're leaving the man with the ball wide open. Are you stupid? Come on, bro.
Because the winger's the bigger threat.
How the man with the ball is the threat. The winger is not doing nothing by himself.
Listen, let me ask you something.
The guy in the comment said it's Zinchenko's job to put a man on him.
Let's just leave Arsenal a ball job.
Are we stupid? Listen, all of you guys, if you have a player on the ball, are you going to leave him wide open in front of the whole attack and double up somebody who's not even has the ball on? I'm sorry.
Listen, let me say something.
I don't know. I've never watched that interview. The only part I watched was the Salah Zinchenko part.
Egal.
But Egal, you know what it is? If you're
I only watched the Arsenal game and Arsenal
I need
lost.
to continue cooking this, guys.
If you're
worries.
talking about winning the league without Partey or a general conversation, fair enough. But these last two games, you don't need Thomas Partey to beat West Ham at home or Fulham away. That's the thing. Those are two clubs. By the way, West Ham, the same back five, literally a week before came to Anfield and lost 5-1. The same back five. That's just the fact. Mavropanos was there. All the same guys were there. They lost 5-1 to Liverpool at Anfield. So, we didn't have McAllister. We had Endo playing in there. You're definitely not taking Endo over Declan Rice. You know, we didn't have McAllister. We didn't even have Gravenberg in that game. We had Curtis Jones. That 3/4 of your fan base are being snobby about the link. So,
what is that?
What is that?
Someone
it's like a place medal. No, lift that up.
Wow.
Nah, that's mad.
That's a Real Madrid fan sent me this because Choi got this.
Yeah, but the thing is, when it comes to when it comes to the West Ham game and the Fulham game, you don't need Thomas Partey to beat these two teams. That's the fact.
You don't. Some it's the signings that I question. His signings, Kai Havertz, he loses Shaka. He loses Shaka. He offers Kai Havertz.
No, they signed Chelsea's best player.
Guys, what keeps happening is we keep changing the conversation. One second, you're talking about the game. I was addressing the Plan B point. If you're going to talk about Plan B, if your Plan A is not even available, how are you going to talk about?
There's no Plan B.
And the reason why I know it's a Plan A is because when we played against Man City in the Community Shield, what did we go with? And when you
Hamza says also Arsenal fans are also saying we have no Plan B. When we say Plan B, we're saying Arsenal go into a game. Okay. Let me tell you what the question is.
It's not accurate.
Because I feel like it's because Hamza is the messenger. You're mad. But the reality is what he said about Plan B is something Arsenal fans have been saying too. What they're saying is, so if the scoreline is 0-0 and it's the 65th minute, what's your Plan B? If you do have a Plan B, what's the Plan B?
You push Kai Havertz up top with whoever attacker we have up there, and you have them work off each other.
Arteta's not doing that then.
That's what
so
he
the
did
criticism is fair then.
1 second. That's what he did against Man City. That's what he did earlier in the season when we had other midfielders we could bring on. Jorginho just came back from an injury. He doesn't trust Emil Smith-Rowe. Partey's injured. Fabio Vieira is also injured. You look at our defense. We have multiple injuries also. So it's not a situation where we're literally dealing with the sum of what we have. The reality is, guys keep going back to, you don't have Plan Bs. You don't have.
There's no Plan B.
Everyone
sees there's no Plan
that's
B.
dumbing it down to a level that's not accurate. We have limited resources left to, and this.
You don't have limited. You've got enough resources already. Why do you play as if you've got bare signings? You've misspent 700 million. I'm sorry, it's his fault for spending the 70 million for Havertz wrong when you should have got a better player. I'm sorry, not any other manager would have signed Havertz. He's a bum. He's nobody. What has Havertz won in?
Thank you.
What has he
Thank
won?
you, by the way.
What has he won?
Much
What's Fabio Vieira?
What's Chelsea?
Listen, 1 second. Fabio Vieira, you signed him. He hasn't done nothing. Havertz hasn't done nothing. You've thrown Ramsdale under the bus after 1 season. 1 season. You've thrown him.
disgraceful.
Zinchenko after
Just
1
for
season, you've thrown him under the bus 1 season. Jesus, you're already throwing him under the bus after 1 season. You want another striker. You are turning on your own players already, and you don't want to accept that Arteta is a fraud now.
1 second,
He has
1
been
second.
caught up because now, not in a way in a fraud, yeah, but he's been caught up in terms of fraud spending. He's misspent it wrongly, and I promise you, if you don't win the league, your fan base already turning on Arteta saying, "Yo, you got it wrong."
You want to know something? You want to know something? People can hold the manager accountable if we don't win. There's no problem with that. It's not turning on the manager. It's actually holding the manager accountable for trying to be successful.
So are you holding him responsible? Are you holding him responsible?
100%. We should be winning something this season. It shouldn't be a situation where we come at the end of the season with no trophies, nothing, and everything's just hunky dory.
What about FA Cup?
I have a question. Do you hold Arteta accountable for the lack of GA from your attackers this season?
Yes, because he did tinker with the midfield, and that was always a risk going into the season. We Thomas Partey due to injuries, and Granit Xhaka we sold. And also, let's be honest, he could play Jorginho in this midfield, and it would be closer to what we had last year. But he chose to play Kai Havertz the last couple of games because Kai Havertz got into a little bit of form and he was playing well, so he deserved it on merit. But when he wasn't working, he didn't bring Jorginho back in. Maybe it's because he's coming back from an injury, or maybe he just didn't want to play him in that game. But to me, Mikel Arteta lately, what he's been doing is he's been going to a back three at the end of the games and pushing as many attackers on the pitch, and it's actually been making us lose more control than gain opportunities to score goals. His late game decisions and his substitutions have not been benefiting us, and that's where he needs to be held accountable. And you can talk about you can talk about signings, you can talk about all these things, but that's hindsight. You can talk about all those things, but that's hindsight. After you brought them to the door, then that's when you're going to know that they're not good enough. Because some of these signings, a lot of people would have rated some of these players before they came in.
Name me
Besides Kai Havertz.
Jacob Kuyo for 25 million? Who's this guy, Jacob Kuyo?
Bro, he's a backup center back.
You bought him for 25 million?
No, we didn't. What are you talking about?
Bro, what are you doing? Go and check in transfer market. Guess how much I bought Akanji for? Look at Endo. How much they bought Endo for? Liverpool, I've been working on scraps, man. I swear to God, Liverpool have been working. The fact that your fan base already turning on Klopp and saying Klopp has no right to talk because of how much he spent. I'm thinking Klopp has won UCL and the Premier League. Arteta has not done nothing other than FA Cup. He's not even achieved what Ranieri achieved. He's not even achieved what Ranieri did. So you cannot even compare him. And when you guys were comparing Salah and Saka, already conversation. When you're doing your best player, when you're doing Egal, when you did your play against Real Madrid, do you apologize for that? Do you apologize for picking all your players ahead of Real Madrid players? Do you think what were you doing there?
Justice for Rudiger again.
Egal. Why look at the guys? Egal. When you picked your players ahead of Real Madrid, would you like to apologize in front of everyone here, Real Madrid fan, to say I apologize for what I did? Because you have a right to do that.
Listen, I stand by what I said, man.
So hold on. You stand by what you said?
Yeah.
Everyone in the chat, shame him in the chat.
Listen,
Fulham, you chose 2 Real Madrid players ahead of all of their players. A team that's won a Champions League last game.
What were the 2 Real
Give
Madrid
me
players?
Chouameni alone, and I win you the Premier League this season. Just
Chouameni, Kamavinga, they walk into their team.
Listen,
they walk into their team.
Xavier was 21 pounds. 21 million.
25 million euros.
21 million.
I don't think Joselu would miss as many chances as Nunes misses. Big up to Dinishan, who says, "When the dog has left Arteta for Pep, the GOAT knows well." Is it true? When the dog is now a City guy.
Hamza stole him. That's crazy, man.
He's the only win they've had the last week. Smart move from Arteta.
That's why we need to ask Premier League to put that win the dog on.
We haven't won a game. There we go. Bring the dog out. Bring the dog out.
Wynn's second name is fuck all. Big up to CFC, who says, "When the dog can't save these frauds." Big up to you, CFC.
Wallahi,
By the way,
now
guys, there's 850 people watching. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button, as Steve said. The primary target was 400 likes, so let's get there. 40 of you
Don't
frauds who
move like
haven't liked the
Martinelli
video,
and
hit the like.
Jesus, bro. Hit the target.
Yeah, exactly. Don't move like the Arsenal front line. You get me? Move more clinically, like the Chelsea front line. So hit the like
Fact.
button and subscribe to This Is Football right now.
Like
There
my
you go,
front
Lewis.
line.
When the
Nick,
dog
let's-
can't save these frauds, says CFC. C24 says, Egal, I know you're getting cooked worse than a bad barbecue in Texas, but if it makes you feel better, Arsenal players still field more people in an ultimate 11 versus Real Madrid. What's this 11 everyone's talking about? Did you really only put 3 Real Madrid players?
Have you not seen the 11?
Someone
No.
pick it up.
Well,
someone
one
share
sec.
it.
I'll find it. I'll find it.
Find it. This guy had the audacity. Even Real Madrid fans were asking me. I had to go to La Liga space, and they said there's an Arsenal fans who made a space of all this Real Madrid. I said, listen, guys, he's an Arsenal fan. I apologize on behalf of Premier League. It should not be done. I really apologize. I said, yo, you're heritage. I had to apologize on behalf of this guy because they couldn't believe it. They're like, who these Arsenal players?
One sec, Hamza, please.
Okay.
why are we counting Champions Leagues? Let's actually go through a combined 11. Courtois is injured, so I'm going to go David Raya. They don't have a left back of quality, so I'm going to go Zinchenko. Center back pairing, I'm going to go Gabriel and Saliba. I don't think any of their center backs are better than ours. It's a toss-up between Carvajal and Ben White, but I'd rather have Ben White. The midfield, Declan Rice is a defensive midfielder, no debate. Jude Bellingham is also in, no debate. And it comes down to Modric or Martin Odegaard, and I pick Martin Odegaard. I think Vinicius has been poor this season, so I'm going to go Rodrigo, Saka, and Gabriel Jesus. Let me know what you think.
I apologize to Real Madrid fans. I apologize to Real Madrid.
We're here with you guys. Don't worry.
This is why we should wage war on Arsenal. This is why you should all join me when I tell you
they cannot win the league. Their fan base cannot. They cannot.
I have no words.
You should not leave them everywhere they go. This is shameful, man. I can't believe this, man. What the hell is this? How can you
no
put
Tchouameni, no Camavinga, no Rudiger,
no
Carvajal,
Modric, Valverde,
Vinicius Junior,
Tony Kroos, bro. Tony Kroos. There's like so many. All of Madrid's midfield walk into Arsenal's midfield.
Like Declan Rice, I get, but the other two should have been both Madrid.
Let you get knocked out of the Champions League. We're coming.
I would make a couple alterations. That's it.
The only way this could be worse is if Arsenal get knocked out by Real Madrid.
Are we sure that David Ray is better than Kevin?
They'll wheel out.
Vel will make a whole 5-minute clip of you. I'm telling you right now. Big up to Red Gorilla, says free Palestine, inshallah. Big up to you, Red Gorilla. Always, Habibi. Always. Big up. Big up. Big up to my guy JJ Ash, who says, Hamza, never gone for you before, but you define shamelessness. One thing to say to you, 115. If we win the league this season, you might want to immigrate to Pluto. I can't lie to you. There is one fan base. If they win the league, that will cook Hamza differently, and that's definitely 100% categorically the Arsenal fan base. I think the Arsenal fan base would absolutely destroy Hamza, Egal included, if they do win the league. Simple as. Guys, I'll be real with you. I don't even know what to say. If Arsenal win the league, Hamza might have to deactivate Twitter.
If we win the league, I'm gonna get a banner with Hamza's face on it, saying he used to be an Arsenal fan. He's here to celebrate.
Guys, we're 5 likes away, by the way, from 400. Big up to you guys. Big up to C24 again, who says, Hussam, you are a YouTube villain. And as a fellow scumbag troll, I salute you and blessings to you on the panel. Egal, you're a good sport. Cheers, bro. Egal's definitely a good sport. Listen, he's taken his cooking. But you know what it is? It's fair game on A-listers. I got cooked before. Grigsy gets cooked every week. Hamza got cooked like last week. Egal has cooked Lewis repeatedly. So, we just have to. Yeah, you have to pay your dues on this channel. So
the funny thing is, though, people need to realize it. Let them cook, because doesn't mean they're right.
And that video,
and you know what? That's your opinion.
At the end of the day, that's your opinion. Vel sent me this video pre the stream, and he's like, "Okay, when are we gonna play this for some?" I'm like, "There's no need for us to play it at the intro. I knew this Arsenal segment was going to be long as hell, so I was like, let's just get this United thing out of the way. Big up to you, C24. Big up to Lex, who says, I'm a Liverpool fan. This is the best stream on the channel to date. You frauds need to get the likes up and subscribe. Tell him, Lex. And first of all, I apologize for confusing you for a United fan last time. My bad. You're one of us. He's one of our own. He's one of our own. Lex from YouTube. He's one of our own. Big up to you, Habibi. Make sure you guys are listening to him and liking and subscribing right now. 850 people in the building, man, during the week as well. Big up to James, who says, Egal, you're talking about different players, not styles. When you were talking about the differences that Egal makes. That Arteta makes. No, but he is right. James is right. Changing players does not change the style. That's the thing. So, unless like Partey, I hear it, but once again, Fulham and West Ham.
Thomas Partey or Kai Havertz substitute.
No,
does that not change the style?
Not Fulham and West Ham. If you want to say Anfield away, if you want to say win the league in general, okay. Fulham and West Ham. You have
Jorginho for Kai Havertz. That doesn't change the style. Come on, guys.
No, but changing personnel doesn't necessarily change the way you play.
It does. For Arsenal, if you have Jorginho in the 6 instead of Declan Rice, and he's on the left, or you have Declan Rice in the 6 and you have Kai Havertz in the left, it changes the whole way our midfield functions, and it changed the whole way.
No. The way the team functions, yes, but some individuals are not stepping up, like Martinelli, who you agreed on the forward line. So
but that's a whole different conversation. I just want to bring back to what that super chat said. I'm right with what I'm saying. You just misunderstood what I was saying. I wasn't saying individual players just make them play the same way. No, when you take a player out of our side and you put in a different player, they have a different purpose, and the whole team dynamic changes.
I hear you. Fair enough. I hope that explains it, James. Hussam, do you beat Chelsea with no Mo Salah? My brother, there's no need for us to overhype this game. It's going to end 1-1. Just give up. The result is going to be Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. We all know this. There's no need for us to lie to each other. Big up to you.
Meet up, have an average point, have a couple drinks after.
It's like
go about my season.
Lewis, I swear we've drawn like 9 in a row now, no?
Yeah. Even the cup finals. I think the last time there was a result was lockdown. You had that 6 losing run at Anfield. I think Mount scored the only goal. I think it's been draws ever since.
Oh, no, the only time. Yeah, that was such a long time ago. I don't even remember.
2021, we're in 2024 now.
Yeah, it's always draw. I'm not, I told Winter Surfer last time, I'm going to be a man of my word. I told him if the Stamford Bridge first game of the season ends in a draw, I'm never hyping a game again. It's just draw and keep it stepping. Mm-hmm. Big up to Memphis Depay says, big up Lewis, top row, a big W, but please remove the fraud, Hamza. Man United fans can't stand Hamza, but hold that, Memphis Depay. Hamza's not at fault for the Dominguez goal or for the Gibbs White goal. That's your manager and your team's fault, so you can hold that.
Did you see Gibbs White like halftime huddle? It was actually so embarrassing the way that they just said that we don't care about the game, and the camera transitioned to Christian Eriksen, who looked like he was actually lost, like he actually wanted to be there. That sums up Ten Hag, man. What a fraud.
Yeah. And then Ten Hag brings on McTominay. Big up. Big up to you, Memphis. Big up to JJ Ash, who says 115 advising other clubs how to do business. Yeah, he'll help advise you and then he'll put you in jail for it. Big up to you, JJ. Big up to Memphis, who says this right here is the only reason I don't want Arsenal to win the league. I'd rather City do 4-peat or Liverpool break her record. You would rather Liverpool win it than
relax. Unai Emery has a plan for us, man. Unai Emery has a plan for us.
Don't be clueless.
Memphis Depay, you fans like you are the problem in this.
I think he got disconnected. There you go.
Memphis Depay put a goal in. That's crazy.
Yeah, but Memphis Depay, you really are the problem because you also
that's crazy.
You super chat.
No, I'm here for City 4-peating.
No, we're really not. No. We need like Unai Emery to do a miracle. We need Arsenal to
my blue brothers, I've already said, we'll keep the south sorted. You keep the north sorted. England stays blue. It's all good.
Lewis, relax. Also, Memphis Depay, you're the same fraud that super chatted me bottom row and back again podcast. You think I will forget that? Fraud. But inshallah, Liverpool do win the league. 2 clubs on 20. The only difference is we've got double the UCLs. Egal, do you still want to bring on Bayern and Madrid in the UCL? When he's back, I'll ask him that question for you. Where is Flawless? That guy is too kind and wholesome. You saw how much he is sympathized with by troops by calling him and comforting him on live stream, says Randy. My brother Flawless does not appear on the A-listers. I don't know which show you thought you were tuning into. Big up to the Back Again podcast if you want to watch Flawless on there, Habibi. We recorded it earlier on today. Go ahead and feel free to watch that as well. Big up to my guy Troops. Big up to you, Egal. Indeed, Cole Palmer would start ahead of Saka. Facts. Saka's the better player. I think Troops broke it down perfectly. Based on form right now, Palmer is playing better, but Saka's the better player.
He just needs
overall.
a bit more years on the table. I hear it.
Yeah.
I hear it. As of right now, Cole Palmer's starting ahead of Saka. Oh.
Yeah, because Palmer could go like 2 months without a goal or an assist, and he could have a drop in form as well. So it would be unfair to say like already better than Saka. So just give him some time, in my opinion. So you have a question for you, Egal, from Damien here. Egal, do you still want to bring on Bayern and Real Madrid in the Champions League?
Did I ever say that? I said bring on Bayern. I never said bring on Real Madrid.
I'll be honest with you. I think Bayern are overhyped to fuck. I don't even think Bayern are scary at all.
Are they? They're scary.
No. Bayern ain't scary. Bayern ain't scary. Real Madrid, Egal should be afraid. Bayern, nah. Bayern ain't scary. Man United, by the way. Man United.
Also on their away record going to the Allianz.
Hey, you guys.
Man United.
No one cares about away records
with a dodgy penalty.
After 15 years.
They could not beat Lons. They could not beat Lons. Come on.
Okay, we beat Lons 6-0 at home. What are you talking about?
1-0.
No, the only thing I'd say is though, Arteta, big away games in Europe, spooky, very spooky.
What are we talking
about? In the
about?
Champions League right now, Real Madrid and Manchester City are the 2 toughest teams. After that, in my opinion, I think
I think Arsenal should fear Atleti and Inter more than they should fear Bayern Munich. I think those two teams.
Yeah, I agree. No, I actually agree.
Inter
Milan and Inter are way more scary than Bayern.
Simeone would run rings around Arteta, bro. It'd be scary.
Oh, Bayern ain't scary at all.
There is a couple teams in there to be worried about.
People are saying in the chat like they lost to Lons, stuff like that. I understand.
But we also beat Munich. No.
Guys,
all I'm going to say is regardless of the opposition, never underestimate Arsenal's ability to be Arsenal.
Yeah.
Let's just see how they perform. They could get knocked out by Porto for all we know.
Lewis, where did your Chelsea team finish last season?
There you are.
What? 12th, one season. Nice.
Yeah,
where have you finished? Where have you finished in every Champions League?
I bet you. I'm going somewhere with this. And where did you finish in the Champions League last year?
Quarters, I think. Right?
Quarters?
I expect you to do the same, minimum.
Arsenal to make the quarters. Fair enough. I should see you go further, but I doubt it. The expectation should be higher.
I'm glad me and Grigs agree on the Atletico.
Based on seeing your shit team do that last year, minimum that should be our expectation.
I agree with this, by the way. I think this is accurate for me. 3 Atletico, 4 Inter.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Bayern hype, man. I think that's just name. This season they don't.
Bro, I played them twice. And I never. At any point
if
that
I
I
was in
Bayern.
the Champions League, I would want Bayern Munich. They do not
I
intimidate me
would
at
want
all.
Bayern Munich simply because of what happened last time. I don't want to bust their ass.
No, but it's a completely different team. Egal, that one had Robin, Ribéry. Come on, this is not even similar 1%.
Leroy Sané, Kingsley Coman. Yeah, they've got.
I think Leroy Sané is one of the most overrated players of all time.
He used to kill Liverpool. He used to dunk on him.
Yeah, Sané would probably cook. Sané would cook
Like
Zinchenko
2 goals against us.
Sané would cook Zinchenko though.
Every game in Liverpool used to cut.
Timber's back in March.
He's not coming back to City. Let it go. You don't have to do prop for any former City.
Also, I think Arteta has a decent record against Tuchel too. I think Arteta has a decent record
but
against
Bayern are not scary. I'll be honest with you. And when I watched that game, United almost equalized well towards the end.
Oh my days.
Wow, why does it matter? Hamza thinks we're losing to Porto, right?
Yeah. Fair.
No, Porto actually is a tougher matchup on paper because of the way they play.
Porto's easy. Porto's the easiest team.
Egal should be afraid of City. He should be afraid of Madrid.
Hamza, one
and
second.
Atletico.
One second, Hamza, why are you flip-flopping?
Porto's easy.
Why are you flip-flopping?
They lost to Sporting Lisbon.
Why are you flip-flopping?
Hamza, what's easier, Porto or Copenhagen?
I think Copenhagen, they dunked on United and Galatasaray.
There you are.
You told us
Look
we
at
should.
him.
Hamza,
Listen,
earlier
you
in
can
the-
never get a non-shameful answer
Hamza,
from
earlier in the
always
stream,
shameless.
Hamza, earlier in the stream, when you started speaking
taking every game
around,
seriously.
earlier in the stream, when you started speaking around, like, I think for 40 minutes, hour and 40, what was it, 40 minutes into the stream, you said something around Porto will beat Arsenal. I guarantee you that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think Porto will cause damage.
So
He just
they're
called
easy.
Copenhagen more difficult than Porto. Egal, خلاص, why are you
Yeah.
arguing, حبيبي? Let's just end the stream. It's pointless. Big up to JJ who says Hamza defending City always reminds me of Sahaf during the Iraq war for some reason for these old enough to remember Luj. You know what's funny, JJ Ash? The fact that you went all the way back to the Iraq war shows how fraudulent this professor is. Listen, a lot of the stuff he's been saying is true, but if you want to claim Copenhagen is more difficult than Porto, might as well. You know, I would just, in the words of expression, end the stream, Dave. That's what we're gonna do now, because bad enough. This is one thing I will not do. Saying Copenhagen is more difficult than Porto. I'll be honest with you. Just send Liverpool and Chelsea back to the Champions League. This Man United embarrassment, this Newcastle embarrassment.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think even Chelsea, with how shit they are, they still would have done better in the Champions League than some of these.
Oh,
shit
we're
teams.
Hollywood when it comes to UCL, man.
Yeah. They absolutely fucked our coefficient. But anyway, big up to Randy, big up to Futur, All Sports Lounge, Memphis, big up to Damien, Hamza's Piano, Hassan, Nazmul, CFC, Dineshan, big up to you, Will, C24, my guy, big up to Red Gorilla, big up to JJ Ash, of course, shukran habibi, shukran على الدعم المستمر على القناة, big and big up to, who's this guy whose name starts with J, bro? I can't even read my own handwriting, I'm such a fraud. James, big up to you, James, as well. And there's a guy I feel like I forgot. Who did I forget? Damien, man, like Damien. Big up to you, Damien. Anyway, guys, make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to This Is Football if you're yet to do so. As we're wrapping up now, we're going to be redirecting to Footage Ajmo, who's doing a stream. So make sure you guys go and tune in to that as well. Hassan, Bayern isn't scary to big teams. Arsenal aren't a big team. Waffle all you want, Egal. Accept your shit. It's the first part to making a change.
I don't know what he's talking about, so I'm not accepting nothing.
When you say Bayern aren't scared to big teams, Man United this season have been absolutely abused home and away in multiple competitions, and even they made that Bayern game look close. Listen, inshallah we'll be here. Like we're not gonna disappear, you know. Inshallah we'll be here, and when Bayern get knocked out the Champions League, I'll come and I will tell you I told you Bayern hype. Just remember,
Bayern got Lazio, so they'll advance.
Yeah, remember who told you Bayern ain't shit. Oh, wait till the Lazio knocks them out. Big up Sari.
Big up Maurizio, man. My chain smoking gaffer.
That's too far, bro.
Listen, any manager with cigarettes, I respect that. Lewis, my brother, thanks so much for joining us. Welcome back to the top row. Where can the people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Carefree Lewis G doing regular hate alongs, 90 minutes of hate and negativity all round. Also drinking the tears of Arsenal fans. We have the world's smallest violin for all the Arsenal fans crying over the last week or so. And yeah, it's transfer season, so there'll be plenty of news to get through, obviously. See what other under-17s we bring through, and hopefully a striker comes through as well. And yeah, up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea. Arsenal fans, hold that.
I love how happy Lewis is during transfer season. Hamza, where can people find you, brother?
You can find me in Hamza Talks Ball. Yeah, listen, I'm there. My next game I'll do a watch along against, I'm an underdog against Huddersfield Town. Done in Huddersfield Town. Yeah, big up Huddersfield Town.
Big up Huddersfield.
Well, I'm taking
best atmosphere in the league.
Yo, what's up? I got dunked by many people. I'm now taking everyone seriously. I'm playing underdog mentality now. Baby Simba starts from January 1st. I'm running that mentality from now on. Big up everyone here. Appreciate your support. And that's where you'll find me.
Underdog against Huddersfield.
Pray for me. I get a signing. Wallahi, I'm stressed. Wallahi, I have to get a signing in January. Sheikh Mansour, please, if you're watching this, please, you owe me one, man. I'm stressed, man. You owe me for this.
As long as you don't get Joshua Kimmich, I'm happy.
Grigs, where can people find you?
I'm Michael_Grigs26 on Twitter. I'm almost 2K followers on there. And then Grigs Talks on YouTube. This week, I'll be doing a video on the structure. Obviously, Ratcliffe's in. Ten Hag, talk about him. Look at potential new coaches now that there's many out there. keep an eye on that. And keep an eye out for the articles as well. I'll be dropping them on Twitter because apparently we're linked to Timo Werner today. That's not the people I want to get linked to today. See where Ten Hag has me shopping? He has me shopping for Timo Werner. He's been shopping in the Bundesliga again. Whitehorse wasn't bad enough.
Sorry to hear, man.
Bro, it's terrible, bro. And Jadon Sancho leaving to Dortmund, so I don't have to hear Staffy talk about Jadon Sancho ever again. That's the blessings of 2024. Thank you, 2024.
You're going on Staffy's channel now as well, right?
No. He's not. He canceled that. So we're not gonna be talking about Jadon. We're not gonna have to talk about Jadon Sancho. Thank God, bro. He could leave. Goodbye to him. So yeah.
Big up to you guys. And Egal finally, of course, last but not least, took his beating today like a man. Where can people find you?
Guys, you can find me here. You can find me everywhere. Egal Talks Football, Twitter. I'm on Carefree Deuce's channel sometimes. I'm on Hamza's channel sometimes. Grigs, I'll jump on your channel sometime too. And you guys already know what it is. I'm here for the people. Love.
Big up to you guys. Listen, all 4 channels are in the description because I know you guys are a bunch of lazy bastards. All you have to do is just click show more and just go subscribe to all 4 great guys here. You'll find me in their chats as well multiple times. Low-key in Egal's channel, I just wanted to super chat Vader
Which
out the
footballer
stream.
looks like this? Which footballer?
I've had enough of Vader's bullshit. Erling Haaland looks like this. Anyway, big up to you guys. Like the video.
He doesn't bring the African Cup. Blood on his hands. That's all I say.
Oh, I saw that yesterday. Oh my God.
We're watching him now.
Fraud. Oh, I saw that tweet yesterday. Oh my God.
Are you done, Hamza?
Yeah, big up Mo Salah. Good luck, Mo Salah.
Waka, Boto job I'm done once again. They Boto the again. Samina, waka, Boto job I'm done once again. Boto job I'm done. Samina, waka, Samina, Boto job. You done it once again. Samina,